Why, hello, and welcome to Reddit Relationship Review, Episode 2. There we go. Yeah, happy Tuesday, everybody. I've been looking forward to this all week. I cannot wait to get back into some Reddit relationship drama. I've managed to avoid checking out anything for the last week in any of my relationship drama spaces, so all of this should be totally new to me. But yeah, thanks for coming and checking it out. Yeah, if you're new here, this is every Tuesday at 6 p.m. I'm gonna hop on here and do this, and yeah, we do a few different subreddits. Let's see, I have to tab over to that real fast. I did get the Vine Boom on tap, so now we have that. It might be too loud. That's pretty loud. But yeah, so I don't know if I'll hit that. I need to work out the soundboard stuff in the background. But yeah, did not have enough time to get that fully set up. So we're gonna be checking out relationship advice. Am I the asshole? Am I overreacting? And then some Tinder, and then if we have time for it, I like to check out best of Redditor updates just because they have stories that we might have seen before, and usually there's updates to those stories that end up aggregating there. So without further ado, let's check it out. I'm trying out, oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm looking at it on my viewer right now, and this looks so much better. This is so much easier to read. But yeah, let's check it all out. I, 28 female, found out my husband, 29 male, has been telling his coworkers that I am his sister. What do I do? Let's see. Throwaway account, because I don't use or understand Reddit, but I really need advice from someone not connected to me or my husband. Well, okay, let's see. Uh-oh, guys. It's a little wordy. It's fine. We'll get there. It's a lot. Again, brevity. From the episode 1, this is just the carryover brevity, guys. It probably shouldn't, I don't think it should take this long, but hey, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe there's a ton of background that we really need to know about. My husband, I'll call him Josh. We will too, I guess. And I have been together for 6 years, married for 4, and we don't have kids. We have a really healthy and communicative relationship. We're both pretty easygoing, and I really love him. That's nice. He started working at a large accounting firm about 3 years ago, and from what he tells me, he loves it there. He's made a lot of friends through his job, and he goes out with them for drinks and social events quite often, and I've been totally okay with that. I'm quite introverted, so I've never been interested in meeting his colleagues or work friends, nor have I asked to. I've got my own circle of friends, and I'm fine with us having separate friend groups. After what happened yesterday, it only just occurred to me that he's never actually asked me if I'd like to meet any of them or go to one of his work events. I guess that's important context. Uh-oh. Anyway, I'll start with what happened a few months ago that I had brushed off until now. I was at a bar with some friends for a couple Friday after work drinks, and a guy approached me. He was there with some friends too. He looked slightly familiar, but I hadn't met him before. He seemed friendly enough, and he asked me my name, right? I think I must have given him a confused look before he followed it up with, I'm Jake. I work with Josh. I realized that I recognize him from some photos on my husband's phone. I don't use social media except for a private Instagram, so I'm not sure if he posted the photos anywhere. But we've got a very trusting relationship, so I look in his photos sometimes. Don't hate me. This is where it gets a bit embarrassing. I'm a bit socially awkward, and so I struggled to end the conversation, but he just keeps talking to me. I guess he was already a couple of beers deep. But while he was talking, he said something like, it's great that you guys are still close, so close. I haven't talked to my brother in ages. At this time I was like, huh? But I just assumed he was drunk and not making sense, so I ignored it. He started to get a little flirty, so I turned to my friends and we left shortly after that. I didn't say anything to them about it, and it didn't seem like a big deal to me. I also decided not to tell my husband that I had met his coworker Jake. Not to hide it, because I figured the guy wouldn't even remember talking to me, and I didn't want to make it awkward for Josh at work by telling telling him his colleague tried to hit on me. I just thought no harm, no foul. But yesterday morning, I was out walking our dog, Monty. He's a cross between a few breeds and has very unique markings. This matters, I promise. I was on my way to a regular cafe, which is in town. I was waiting in line to order, and the guy in front of me was an older man. He got his coffee and turned around, but stopped and looked at my dog and goes, "Hello, Monty." Monty was super excited to see him, apparently, and so I guessed that the guy was another colleague of Josh's, because Josh brings the dog to the office a couple times a week. I thought it was sweet, to be honest, so I smiled at him and said hi. He introduced himself. I guessed correctly he was a colleague, and he said something like, "Aren't you a good sister?" walking his dog for him. I was so confused that I didn't even know how to react at first, so I stumbled on my words and just said, "It's my dog." I regret it, but I genuinely couldn't bring myself to correct him and say I'm Josh's wife and not his sister. It was just too awkward, and I just wanted to leave because I think was suddenly dawning on me. Because I think was suddenly dawning on me that what might have been going on. He asked me something about sharing a dog, but I was able to escape the conversation by being next in line to order my coffee, and he left. I seriously don't know what to do, because what the fuck? Do I even ask my husband about this? Part of me is just assuming or hoping it's a mistake that he doesn't talk about me much at work, and they assume we are related because we both have brown hair. But the thought that he's been telling his coworkers that I'm his sister, and evidently that they've seen what I look like, so they might have seen photos, makes my stomach churn. I don't even know how to broach the subject with him. I need some help. What would you guys do? I told one of my friends and she jumped straight to time to plot his downfall because she's my ride or die. I love her, but I don't want to immediately assume the worst or ruin my marriage over something that could be nothing. I'm sorry for the rambling post. Really appreciate any and all advice. Holy fuck. Thank you everyone who commented with some advice. I haven't read all of them, but I appreciate the suggestions. A small update, Josh came home about 2:30 a.m. last night, but he was drunk, so he went straight to sleep, which is fine by me, because fuck having this conversation in that state. I've just woken up, but he's still sleeping. First thing I want to clear up, I've seen a lot of people suggesting I have crippling social anxiety or severely introverted, which I suppose you could glean from the way I explained what happened, but I'm not. I meant that I'm slightly introverted and that I'm not most eager to meet lots of new people at once. Where I assumed I would be mansplained everything until my ears bled. Probably not a negative assumption, but probably a negative assumption, but I'm sure some of you know what I mean. I suppose you could say that I'm confrontation averse, and that I'm quite laid back and prefer to keep a conversation easy and positive. I don't know. I don't like it when things are awkward, and correcting when people misrecognize me is one of those things, but I'm not terrified of confrontation. Also, my husband and I do share some mutual friends. I didn't explain that well, but our lives are not entirely separate. The way he acts towards me around our mutuals is extremely affectionate and normal. It is only his work friends that I've never interacted with. I've also seen some people suggest that what is going on is equivalent to my husband beating me and me hopelessly wondering whether I should break up with him, or that I'm stupid for thinking my relationship was healthy when it clearly isn't. Like, damn, cut me some slack. I'm a real person and this is an entirely alien and bizarre situation. Yeah, true. I'm going to talk to him today and ask him directly why he's telling his coworkers that I'm his sister. I followed the advice of writing my points down so they don't get lost if I get emotional. I'll do my best not to let him slither out of it. Damn. Without looking at comments? Wow. This is kind of fucked up. I'm trying to think. Right off the bat, the only reason I could think that he would tell all of his coworkers that you're his sister is if he had like a really hot coworker, or if something about having you as his wife like wouldn't help him professionally. I'm trying to think of like, this is weirder than the one where it was like the pregnant. No, this is less weird. The pregnant sister one was weird. That the husband calling the pregnant sister his wife, and like the pregnant sister-in-law, his pregnant sister-in-law, but I guess the OP's pregnant sister. Yeah, I don't know about this one, guys. This one's weird. Walk up to him and ask directly, why are you telling your colleagues that I am your sister? Yeah, I mean, that's... Is he not wearing a wedding ring? Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, this was me. Either he's having an affair at work, or he's just trying to keep it open. But yeah, I sure hope that the music is coming in at a good volume, and that I'm not echoing or something. Let me just quickly hop over to this other tab here. Testing. Oh, okay, cool. That sounds good. Okay, cool. Sounds fun. Sweet. Back to this. Okay. I couldn't get through this post, to be honest. Damn. Alright. Well, this one, you know, it's interesting, but I feel like I just need more information. Or, like, I need to know what happens when she... Like, we got to this a little early. Like, the drama really hasn't started. I need to know why. I need to know why this man's doing this. But yeah, let's see. Oh, shit. Okay, well. This makes it easier. Update. I found out my husband has been telling his coworkers I'm his sister. Hell yeah, dude. Hi everyone, just wanted to say thank you for the overwhelming amount of support and advice. I'm blown away and it really means a lot and it's kept me grounded. I'm sorry for the slow update. I know a lot of you were interested in what happened. How is that a slow? It's within 2 days ago? Which, I don't know. This subreddit does not allow me to post an update until 48 hours after my first post. Interesting. I'll just get right to it. On Saturday morning, I woke up earlier than my husband. He was very hungover, so he was like sleeping a rock. Sleeping like a rock. But you guys will be proud of me because I followed some advice and decided to look through his phone properly while he was sleeping. I've been on his phone so often, just pissing around on it, and I had never thought to check anything very deeply. I know his passcode by heart. I checked all of the things like Instagram DMs, Facebook Messenger, his iMessages, etc., and I didn't find anything that set off alarm bells for me. But I know from some comments that people who are cheating are good at covering their tracks and hiding messages, so I kept looking around. I saw he had a folder called Work, and so I looked in there, and he had a couple of Microsoft apps, Outlook, Authenticator, OneNote, but he had his MS Teams, so I opened that up and had a look around. It did not feel like I might have been... It did feel like I might have been breaking laws looking at his work messages, but I obviously had to. Anyway, I was already upset to see he had a bunch of one-on-one chats with several female coworkers, which at first glance is obviously not an issue because everyone works with people of the opposite gender and are required to communicate with them. But a couple of them were vaguely flirty, nothing I would call egregious, but there would be the occasional message between them with some playful innuendo or a wink emoji. This upset me, obviously, and they did send me into a bit of a spiral, but I didn't find anything that suggested he was having an out-and-out affair with any of them. Still, I followed someone's suggestion of screenshotting the messages, and I airdropped them to myself. I still wanted some evidence of the lie, though, some proof of Josh telling someone that I was his sister directly. A commenter suggested that I go through his messages and search for keyword sister. I wanted to reply to your comment and say thank you for the idea, but the post was locked, so I couldn't, but thank you. So I searched for sis on his MS Teams, hoping to find results for both sister and sis. A bunch of messages from all hands group chats or one-on-one chats came up from other people, all unrelated about their own sisters or whatever, but my heart dropped out my ass when I saw there was a direct message from Jake, the guy from the bar, to Josh from Monday a few months ago. Jake's messages said, "Ran into your sis at the bar on Friday. She's single, right?" And my husband had the fucking gall to reply, "Nah, she's married." Damn, dude. Damn. I almost... Hold on, I gotta hit it. Let me read that again. And my husband had the fucking gall to reply, "Nah, she's married." I literally almost burst into flames on the spot when I saw that. I can't even describe how much I was shaking after reading those messages. Firstly, that I could have confronted Josh about this months ago. I was, and still am, so furious with myself for that. Josh would have been fucking praying I didn't remember meeting Jake, or that I wouldn't mention it. And he would have been counting his lucky stars that I never did. He probably thought he was hot shit for getting away with this, and I nearly burnt a hole through the floor thinking about it. But secondly, I was just in shock that he had the balls to tell this guy that I'm the one who is married, because he doesn't want anyone having it on with me, but he's allowed to coyly flirt with every fucking woman in the office. Anyway, I kept going back and forth, back through the search results on his MS Teams, and eventually I got as far back as 2-ish years ago, and I did in fact find a message. Jeez. Okay. And I did, in fact, find a message from Josh himself to a group chat. It said, "Me and sis in Nusa Dua." So, Misa. Sorry. I clicked on that and saw that he had sent it alongside a bunch of photos and of him and I. Is that? No. I don't think that's the correct grammar, chat. Because... you wouldn't say, like, the trick is take out him. So pictures of I. A bunch of photos of I. You wouldn't say that. You would say me. So him and me is the correct grammar here, folks. Just so you know. We went to Bali for our second anniversary. I thought he probably chose those photos because he's shirtless and had been working out, so he looked hot in all of them. I was in tears seeing all of this. Obviously, I took screenshots of those too and airdropped all the screenshots to myself. Wait a minute. I wonder how often he was like shirtless, like hanging out with his sister or whatever. Like, yeah, like just me and my sister on a trip to Bali, hanging out, where I'm not wearing a shirt and I'm, maybe hugging her or something like that. Needless to say, I was devastated and still am to see all of that. I was struggling to even process it all, but that all happened on Saturday morning, and I immediately took myself to my friend's house. I'll call her Sophie. Oh, and sorry, by the way, I don't mean to say that I'm like, this is necessarily awkward to go somewhere with your sister and be shirtless or whatever, but I don't know. It just seems like an interesting way for him to like hit on people at work. Unless he's trying to like, I'm a really nice guy, I take my sister on vacation. Which is cool, I guess. Go for it. Needless to say, I was devastated. I still am to see all of that. I'm struggling to even process it all. But that all happened. Oh. What's happening? Sorry. Okay. Just Credit Karma trying to get me. I went to her place to cry it out. There we go. Cry it out and show her what I found, and she was extremely supportive and probably more furious than me. At around 1:30, I got a phone call from Josh, and I hung it up immediately. He sent me a few messages along the lines of, "Where are you, baby? I'm ordering food. Want some? Sad to not wake up next to you this morning." Guys, I have to reiterate how much I loved this man and how fucking heart-wrenching it was to see him still acting like nothing had gone wrong. It took so much willpower to not just pretend none of it had happened and go home to him. I know a lot of you will yell at me and accuse me of being terrified of confronting him about this, which is not true. Please have some empathy. It takes me time to process my emotions, and I wouldn't have even been able to form a sentence if I tried to confront him immediately after seeing those messages. I needed some time away with Sophie to recollect myself. And so I stayed the night at her place. She ordered us Chinese, and she helped me plan how I would confront him. I got a bunch more texts and calls from him as the evening progressed, and I eventually put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Sunday morning, I woke up feeling more angry than sad, so I opened my phone and finally replied to his messages. Coming home now, need to talk. I kept it cryptic to make him squirm, to be honest. I mean, good for you, girl. Because I was and am fraught with emotions. I can't remember the entire conversation word for word, but I'll try to replay it as best I can. Long story short, I got home and he tried to hug me, but I refused him and we just stood in the kitchen. I did confront him like someone suggested. Just said, "Why have you been telling your coworkers I'm your sister?" I wish it would have been like a movie scene where the color drained out of his face where he immediately looked like a deer in the headlights, but he didn't. It was like he'd been grinding himself for this confrontation, or girding himself for this confrontation for a while, because he just frowned at me and looked flabbergasted. He just said, "Huh?" This made me so angry. How are you going to pretend to be stupid after 3 years of lying? I basically said, "Don't play fucking dumb. 2 of your coworkers have graded me as your sister, and I have proof of you telling them. And I don't know... and I know you're pretending to be single." Essentially, I asked him what he had to say for himself. He still played stupid. He became moderately defensive and just kept saying, "I don't know what you're talking about," or "Why would I lie about you?" I cannot describe how furious I was at this point, but I was in tears. I always cry when I'm angry. So he was trying to comfort me as if I was having some kind of irrational breakdown. I showed him the screenshots of his messages saying "me and sis," and I said something like, "You tell me." He just said, "I don't know what I'm looking at," and "I'm confused." I just got so angry that I left again and went back to Sophie's because it felt like a dead-end road. Okay. Oh, okay. This must not be English as a first language. I didn't think I was going to get him to admit to anything, and I was just getting so furious I couldn't continue. He was really upset and in tears, which to me was evidence that he knew he was lying and that he was just going to have to come up with some explanation. He tried to get me to stay, but I told him that until you have something to say for yourself, we've got nothing to talk about. At 8:30-ish, he called me again, and I did pick up. He basically asked for us to talk, and he said he has some things to say, so I went back to our apartment. He had written out a bunch of stuff on a piece of paper as if he had prepared a speech and sat me down on the couch. He asked me not to say anything while he was explaining it myself. I'll write down the gist of what he said in bullet points. He started by apologizing relentlessly and admitting he had pretended to be stupid before because he could not immediately think of something to say for himself. True. He said that immediately after he started at his job, he realized the atmosphere was like a frat house. All of his team members were men in their 20s and 30s. Oh, very cool, dude. That were single and fuckboys. Oh no, he noticed that one guy on their team that was married would either get picked on or essentially excluded from any and all social interactions. That included getting lunch, inside out, inside jokes, going out on Friday, etc. These guys were friendly and welcoming to Josh, and he admitted that he was desperate to fit in with them. He hated feeling like fresh meat, so he was scared of saying he was married would alienate him from his coworkers. And at first, he just never mentioned that he was married. He said he did wear his wedding ring and that they had just never pointed it out. True. You know, I will be honest, unless I was like hanging out with somebody a lot and like, I probably would not immediately notice if they were wearing a wedding ring or not. I generally don't like look at your hands. So yeah, who knows? A few months in, they were all drinking after work. He admitted that after one of his workmates saw a picture of him and I on a lock screen, they asked him who it was. And in a moment of panic, he said, "My sister." He was apologetic at this point. He was crying a lot. Couldn't even look at me. Anyway, he said that from then, he basically dug himself a deeper and deeper grave because they kept grilling him about wanting to see more pictures of me. He said he had let it go on too long, and that he didn't have the balls to admit the lie. They would always bring me up and ask shit like, "Did you give her my number yet?" or joke that they had slept with me, etc. So when he got the message from Jake, he essentially thought it was just him taking the piss, but he didn't like the jokes they were making about me and said that I was married in hopes they would stop. They didn't. He said that this wasn't the first time they told him I was married. In fact, they had said so pretty immediately after saying I was his sister. Interesting. He said those pictures of us from Nusa Dua were the only pictures he had purposefully sent them and deliberately lied about after he called an endless barrage of pestering from his colleagues to share pics from his holiday. He said he was really ashamed that he did that. He told me he'd never had an affair or even consider it, that the messages between him and his female colleagues were banter, and that it was commonplace to talk to people like that in the office. He also said he knows how disgusting it is. He is embarrassed to have been acting like a fuckboy. Again, his words. He concluded his speech by apologizing again and said that he was disgusted with himself and ashamed that he had lied for so long and felt like he had trapped himself and that he couldn't find a way to get himself out of it. He said he knows he could have confessed the truth to either his coworkers or to me at any point, but that he didn't because he is a coward. Ooh. He said that he'll confess to his entire office that he lied and that I am his wife and not his sister if I want him to. He said he'll quit his job without a word if it would make me feel better, and he hopes I can forgive him, but he understands if I can't. Interesting. Man, that is a tough one. Like, is this real? Damn. Not the whole. I mean, like, yeah. Is his explanation real? I don't know. Anyway, I couldn't really think of anything to say at that point. He went to lock himself in the bathroom, and I just sat on the couch crying. I still don't know if I can trust what he said, and a lie that extreme is just baffling to me. I mean, damn. I mean, I've gotten into some weird ones, like, long-term lies where you're just like, ah, shit, I just gotta keep going. But, yeah, that's a weird one. This is well, I don't know. Yeah. If he can lie like that for so long, what else could he be lying about? True. But his explanation apologies seem so sincere and genuine. And I guess to an extent, what he said is believable. He's always been extroverted, but very susceptible to peer pressure, especially from other blokes. See, the blokes is now confusing me. Because up until now, I've been like, maybe, I don't know. I don't know what the... I don't know. If nothing else, to me, it's a sign of shocking immaturity. Anyway, I packed up a bag and went back to Sophie's, and I'm still at her place as I'm writing this. She said I can stay as long as I need to. I told Josh that I needed time away from him to think about everything and whether or not I believe him, or whether I can ever trust him again. He told me to take as much time as I needed, and that he'll still be there if or when I get back. He said, even if it takes a year. Right now, nothing feels real. I'm still dealing with this emotional whiplash from all of this, and I can't keep food down. Oh, wow. Never been that emotional about something or think about anything. I've taken the day off work, and Josh told me he is going to take off the whole week. Sophie and my other friends have told me not to make a decision on anything until my head is clear. I spoke to my parents this morning, and my mom says it's just a bump in the road, and she and my dad adore Josh, so they're pretty biased. Damn. That's where I am now. I'll take some time before I consider my next steps. I can't say whether I'm leaning towards forgiveness or divorce, but those are really the only options. I kind of feel lost in a void at the moment. That's probably the best way to describe it. Just emptiness. Thanks again for all your advice and support. I'm truly so grateful. And having this place to write down all my thoughts has been super helpful. Cool. Oh, I get it now. I got Drake and Josh. I got Drake and Josh mixed up. I got Jake and Josh mixed up. So call Jake, the coworker that noticed her in the bar, start a conversation, and then ask him if your brother is popular with the ladies. Damn. Interesting. I mean, yes, he did gaslight her, but I also he gaslit you. He's instantly the worst person in the whole world. I don't know. I get it. If true, but I would have had to have been there for the listening to this explanation. I don't know, but writing it down, crying, having to read off of it because he was crying. I don't know. No, he can't have been wearing your wedding ring for 3 years and no one noticed. How about company benefits? Wait a minute. Yeah, wait, what kind of big business does he work for? But you didn't have to declare, unless maybe he told HR. Maybe HR knows. It's that big of a company. The guys on the sales floor don't know about the fact that he's married, but HR does. I don't know. That's a very good point. I don't know. Well done for confronting the subtly flirting with other women. I mean, okay, throwing in a winky face here and there. I don't know. He tries to gaslight you. He didn't know what to say. Yes, he was gaslighting her. Had several hours to think of an excuse. True. His amazing excuse was that as a grown adult in his mid to late 20s, he felt the need to be liked over his respect for you, not just calling you sister, but also flirting with other women and posting hot pictures of himself on Teams. Through desperation to be liked, convinces everyone he's single. I mean, can we have a pros column too? If we're just going to have a cons column, how about he said he would quit his job without a second's notice? Or that he would come clean. He would come clean. And so that won him a point in my book. Everyone's saying gaslit. It's true. Some gaslighting may have occurred. Yeah, I mean, you could probably find someone better, but she's also married to the guy, and she said she absolutely loves him. Her parents adore him. I don't know. I don't know about this one. I don't know, that's a tough one. No comments from chat. Nothing. Alright, let's see. My 35 female husband, 34 male, is upset I donated my wedding dress. How to tell him I don't want to be reminded of our wedding. Oh no. What happened? Wait. If few months ago, I found out my husband got cold feet at our wedding. We've been married for 9 years, dating for 12, and I thought they were happy years. My father-in-law drunkenly admitted that my husband had fled the morning of our wedding with the help of his friends. My father-in-law got wind of this and dragged him back and told him to either marry me or tell him he didn't want to, but not to leave me at the altar. He chose to get married. I had no idea about this. My wedding was a very special day. I felt beautiful and extremely happy. Let's see. Okay, good. I knew my husband was a bit tipsy, but he had reassured me it was just nerves. I felt completely numb. I talked with other members of the family and with my husband. He admitted that he fled because he was afraid of the future and what ifs. He didn't want to marry me, but he didn't want to embarrass me either. We have a framed picture of me at our wedding before the ceremony. I know now there is no similar picture of my husband because he had left. We also have my wedding dress in the closet. The wedding was one of the few times I felt beautiful. I'm much plainer than his exes, but love made me glow. But now I just see a naive woman. I walk past the wedding picture every day thinking about it. I can't open my closet without seeing the wedding dress and its sealed bag. I tried hiding them, but I keep thinking about it. I didn't want to be reminded, so I threw away the picture. I donated the wedding dress. Some bride will feel absolutely beautiful in it. That gives me happiness. My husband saw the framed picture was missing. I admitted I threw it out and donated the dress. He completely shut down. How do I reiterate to him I don't want any reminders of the wedding? I hope some bride out there will give the dress a new happiness. Oof. Oof. 9-year marriage, huh? Dating for 12 years. Wow. Together 21 years. I mean... Yeah, I'm kind of interested to know what their marriage is like. I feel unwanted and hurt now that I know you left. I do not want to remember. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, just let him read this post. This is way bigger than Reddit. Yeah, this one's outside of our, yeah. Sorry, y'all. This is out of Reddit's realm of expertise. We're used to, like, you know, I tell my girlfriend that she needs to clean her butt more, not whatever this was. Ooh. Man. No. I was in somewhat a similar situation. My ex-husband's mom and dad convinced him to marry me because I was a nice girl. I was a nice girl. I was also very naive. He was my first real boyfriend, so no life experience. During our marriage, I felt like I could never do anything right. Everything bothered him. Looking back, he was miserable, and therefore he made me miserable. After 14 years of marriage, I walked away. He told me I was a nice girl and would find someone right away. Apparently, he never got over his ex-girlfriend. Ugh. 14 years. Man. Tell him the truth. Yeah, right? He completely shut down? What did he expect? Does he think you would be... Oh, well... Yeah, but your father... I mean, damn. He must be pissed about his father-in-law, dude. He made it how long before this came out? Yeah. 9 years, man. 9 years until your dad just fucking blurted it. And you lose everything. You lose your 21-year relationship. And she thought everything was okay. But also, like, I don't know. That's a tough one, man. You can do stupid shit when you're nervous, and sometimes you need, like, somebody to be like, hey, you just ran away from something amazing. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah. Yeah. No, see, this is stupid. I didn't want, yeah, you should, let's see. Sorry. Tell him the truth. Yeah. Tell him what you told us in the post. And she's like, I did tell him I don't want to be reminded of the wedding. It's like, yes, and I didn't want to be reminded of the wedding. But why? Why didn't you want to be reminded of the wedding? Because of the things. That needs to be explained. And yes, you both. I think there's one word missing here, both. But that's always like a cop-out. I mean, you can literally say this for pretty much every... You need blank therapy and blank counseling. For whatever your situation is. Insert situation. He didn't want to marry me, but he didn't want to embarrass me either. He married you to be polite? Yeah, that's, Hey, you know? Some people end up in some bad positions because they're just trying to be nice and just trying to be polite. So don't let that be you, chat. Don't end up somewhere you don't want to be because you were just trying to be nice. That's not a good feeling. Oh. Wait, hold on. This is an update. We're not reading it yet. Yeah, we want posts. What? You have posted. You've made 2 posts. What is this? That's the update. I want to see the original. We don't... But my account and post disappeared. Weird. Weird. I don't... That's the same... So weird. So there's only this post? There's no... Weird. I wish there was a... All we get is the update. That sucks. Hey everyone, I don't know if someone had noticed, but my account and post disappeared. This was because I had written an edit saying that I would be talking to my boyfriend about the whole situation like someone had suggested after he got back from work. I sat him down and explained to him what yesterday he did. First time I saw a different side to him, I even showed him the Reddit post. After nearly 2 minutes of silence, he just completely disregarded what I told him and asked me, what gives me the right to post our arguments to the internet and let strangers dictate how our relationship works, and forced me to delete my post account and took my phone away as he claimed he didn't trust me. Yo. I know I kept sort of defending him in the comments, and that's because, like, I've never said... Why would you write like you speak? I don't know. Sorry. Sorry, you should write like you speak. You just shouldn't speak like that. I've said before... This has been... Oh, okay. Because, like I've said before... Oh, I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm just a jerk. This has been my first relationship ever. I have a baby with him. Wait a minute. First relationship ever? You have a baby? You took your phone away? This is too much. Oh my gosh. I'll be honest, right then and there, I knew to leave him. I knew I kept sort of defending the comments. Okay. I have a baby with him, and we have been together for 7 years, so I've just been scared to throw it all away. I have my baby grow up with split parents and start all over again. So once again, apologize for my ignorant comments. But continuing on, I did manage to leave him with my baby by just packing a few clothes for myself and my daughter. I didn't want to take everything, as I was scared that I would wake him up, or he'd wake up eventually to go to the toilet or something, so I just wanted everything done as quick as possible. Luckily, he didn't take my credit card with him, so I managed to buy myself a train ticket to my parents' house and get there safely. I'll admit I've just been crying all day, not wanting to do anything, so my mom and dad have been helping me out with the baby and stuff, which I feel really bad for, but I just don't have the motivation to do anything at the moment. Sorry if this isn't the update you guys expected. I still don't know what's on his phone that made him freak out, and I don't think I ever will. Yo. Yeah. You did the right thing. Whatever was on that phone, he's willing to harm you over it. Make a report to the police? That's not a bad idea. Yeah, if she calls them first and says that she was in like a domestic violence situation, then if he calls and says, hey, she took my baby, then there's a, yeah, at least something. Yeah, this one's wild. Buy a diary, for sure. Yeah, diaries are important for these kind of things. Taking your phone away so you can't see further posts on Reddit about the situation or post anything, that's manipulation and control. I mean, yeah. Yeah, we're proud of you for leaving him at least. And hopefully your parents can help you out. That's crazy. Oh. Glad she's okay. Boyfriend became disabled, and I want to break up, but I'd feel like a terrible person. Oh no. That's a rough one. I have been with my boyfriend. Well, I mean, okay. Throwaway because I have friends who know my real Reddit name. Bro, this post made it to like the top of the week, and it got awards for like it's. If they check Reddit consistently, they're gonna see it, and then if they know anybody at your school who just recently became disabled below the waist, then they're gonna know who made this, but I digress. I've been with my boyfriend since high school, unfortunately got into a car crash and became disabled below the waist. I wish to be by his side during his recovery. Disabilities have never been a deal breaker for me, and I loved him, so while this is going to be a struggle at first, I believe we'd be able to overcome this. I tried to participate in his recovery by being there with him and for him during physical therapy. I moved into his parents' house to help his parents take care of him because he was unable to do many tasks without assistance. My job is very close to their parents' place, and my manager allows me to clock out in case my boyfriend's parents need help with things like getting my boyfriend to the hospital and such. But my boyfriend just completely shut down. I understand this is a life-changing injury, and at such a young age this is absolutely devastating, but he just doesn't want me anywhere near him. I tried to take him out to concerts, play, organized picnics, trips, just make him believe that his life didn't end with his injury and he's capable of living a fulfilling life. But he was just indifferent to it all. Therapy doesn't seem to help him because he still seems to be completely disassociated from everything. I couldn't see him like this anymore, and I demanded him to tell me everything that's on his mind, and he just said he is angry about everything, and he feels like I'm here only out of moral obligation, that he doesn't feel like a proper boyfriend because he can't do anything for himself, that he wants to be a real man, that he isn't even able to make love to me anymore, etc. I tried to be empathetic and told him that if I've been here for this long after the accident, it's obviously not an issue to me because I still love him. He just scoffed, and it seemed like he didn't believe me. That's come to a point where he's throwing things at me, demanding me to leave the room. He's ignoring me, and when he's not, he insults me. He was even throwing food I bring him on the floor like a child. He became emotionally abusive, and I'd be lying if I said I still love him. I genuinely wanted to be there for him because I've seen stories where people after intense physical therapy manage to get back on their feet and walk with some assistance, and I believe that he might be able to do it too. I believe that miracles exist, and the human body is a fascinating thing. Maybe he'd be able to walk again. He just needed to work and put faith in himself. But he became so nasty, rude, and hurtful that, I don't know, I think I just fell out of love with him. I approached his mom and told him that I probably didn't love him anymore because he's been so hurtful for me to 2+ years now. Whoa. Wait, what? This was 2 years? Did I not read that? He got in a car crash. I had no idea that this was 2 hours. Or sorry, 2 years. What? It was a whole 2 hours that he was like this. And I just can't endure it anymore. I don't deserve this. His mom immediately got defensive, saying that he suffered a great psychological trauma after the accident, and it's normal for him to be so depressed. I completely understand that, but it doesn't give him a green light to just be hurtful toward people who are actively trying to help him. His mom asked me to stay because my boyfriend needs my support, but judging from his behavior, he doesn't want or need me at all. Maybe he's doing it on purpose to push me away, but at this point I don't care anymore. I can't help someone who does not want to be helped. I'm tired. I tried for a long time. He shut me out. I want to break up with him. But I feel like an absolute trash human being for leaving a person behind. But at the same time, I can't endure this. I mean, it seems Seems pretty, yeah. You're not a trash person. You did everything you could for him. It seems like doing everything you can. I mean, you can't force your help onto people, so this one was I'm sorry guys, I'm looking for more drama. That's not very dramatic. That's like, oh, he's treating me like shit. It's like, okay, I'll leave. I want to see. Whoa! During our vacation in Vegas, I woke up at 2 a.m. to find my husband missing, his location off, and thousands in charges from a strip club on our bank account. Where do I go from here? Whoa. My husband and I booked a last-minute getaway to Vegas for a couple nights. We arrived yesterday. We had tickets to see a show last night, but after a long day of drinking in the heat, I wasn't feeling well and needed to end the night early. I encouraged my husband to still go so he could enjoy his evening. So he did, and I went to sleep. 2 a.m. rolls around, and I wake up to find he never came back to the room. The show is literally at our hotel, so I start to panic. I go to check his location. It's off. Then I text him asking where he was. He reads it, doesn't respond. I call him several times, and he sends me to voicemail. While I was trying to get a hold of him, I see there's 2 separate charges for $1,000 from a strip club. He didn't respond to me till early 3 a.m. and just texted he was on his way back. 30 minutes later, he stumbles into the room absolutely obliterated. He tries to lie and say he was just gambling down at the strip, and he never went to the strip club, even though the charges were literally made with Apple Pay and he hadn't lost his phone. After going through his receipts, I found he'd been at the strip club for nearly 5 hours, essentially confirming that he went straight from the show and left 40 minutes after my first "Where are you?" text. I also checked all of our accounts, and if all the charges made settle as they were, he'll have spent nearly $6,000. He swears he didn't cheat on me and says nothing sexual happened, though I can only imagine the situations you find yourself in 5 hours in a strip club, especially when you're intoxicated beyond comprehension. I feel like I'll never truly know what happened. I mean, depending on where he ended up, they could have just gotten him absolutely trashed and then put a bunch of charges on his card and his Apple Pay and shit. But that's a good question. I don't know. More information. We flew home a day early, and I just have no idea where to go from here. We've been together for 7 years, married for 4 in just a couple months. As far as I was aware, we're in a great place in our marriage, and there haven't been any issues with infidelity in the past. This is completely out of character. I'm absolutely crushed and deeply disappointed. He was reckless with our money, with my trust, with our marriage, and it really fucking hurts. The fact we were on a solo trip together, and instead of coming back to me or doing literally anything else, he chose to go to a strip club. I would love any insight. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Dispute all the fucking charges. Make the club prove it. Yeah. Show us the video. Yeah, if he didn't cheat for $6,000, he's dumb. Or he got taken advantage of when he was drunk. Who knows? True, maybe. Figure out the other parts first. I'm surprised she's like, we came home a day early, but like, we flew home a day early. So I assume you packed up, went to the airport, got on the plane, were on the plane, and now you're home. So where in all of that did you have a conversation about this? Why have we not heard anything from this man? She like she went through his receipts. Like I see that he tries to lie. That's dumb. But like, is that it? Is that literally all he said? That and didn't cheat? I mean, yeah, he could just be a complete idiot. How old is he? 34? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the turning off his location. I was kind of worried for him for a second. I thought he got like abducted. They turned off his location. They were reading his texts. I was like, is his phone locked? Does he have a lock on his phone? Because I know people who don't. I don't know. Interesting. Bottle service at a K. Yeah, that's not unsurprising. And higher, dude. Depending on the bottle, he could have gotten a very, very nice bottle of whiskey or something like that and spent a stupid ass amount of money. Yeah, but apparently he cashed out and went to a different location with any of the girls. Unless he was buying drinks and bottles for a bunch of people, I still think he cheated. Yeah. Claim fraud. The club will then have to respond. You may get an idea of where the $6,000 went. Yeah. Can you get a hold of his phone or look up calls and texts your provider? Yeah, I'd imagine you'd have to like talk to somebody. If you wanted to spend $6,000 at a strip club, I feel like, I don't know, you might message somebody. Went alone after a show. Ooh. I mean, this wasn't... No groups, rounds, bottles, nothing. I mean, we don't know that. We don't know anything. All we know is that nothing, quote unquote, nothing sexual happened, and that he said that he went to the strip, or he said he went to the, he went gambling on the strip, but that was probably a lie. Unless he pulled out. I mean, sorry. The only way this would make sense is if he pulled out, but then he did it with Apple Pay. Yeah, I don't know. How does your Apple Pay let you charge $6,000 and not just decline? That's crazy to me. I don't know. I don't know about all this. I don't know. My boyfriend is in a mood because I had a pizza after a night out. Do you see where he's coming from? For context, I am not a big girl. I am just a normal weight. I swim about 4 times a week, but so he's angry about that? I am a bit of a foodie. I have a food Instagram account. I like to go out for food. I probably go out for lunch or dinner weekly. I don't count calories. I'm not strict with my diet. Last night, my boyfriend and I went out with friends, and I came home early since we had an early train to catch in the morning. I got a pizza on my way home. I was a bit drunk and thought it would soak up some of the alcohol, and I feel better in the morning. I didn't go out drinking really regularly, by the way, so this isn't something that happens every week, but I normally will get a pizza after a night out. I ate probably just over half the pizza, and I shared some with a girl I met on the street. My boyfriend got in about an hour after me, and then this morning he saw the pizza box. He was in a mood about it all morning, telling me that he tries to be attractive for me, and it seems like I don't care at all. He goes to the gym most days, a similar frequency to how often I swim, and we also sometimes play badminton together. He isn't ripped or anything, he's a normal weight. I said, "Do you find me unattractive how I am?" He said, "No, he finds me attractive. We have regular sex, daily. He wants me to think about the long term." I said I would understand if he wasn't happy with how I look now. I feel like I do keep myself in shape by swimming, but I don't want to be so obsessive about what I eat. He's very conscious about what he eats. That's it, really. Okay. That's it? He told me wait. I've spoken with him, and I think it's definitely projection. He told me he wanted a kebab on the way home last night, and he didn't get one because he would feel so guilty about it. So to see me get a pizza so carefree when he feels like he can't do the same thing made him jealous. Of course, it doesn't excuse his behavior, and he's been apologizing all day. Okay, cool. I have told him if anything along these lines crops up again, it will be the last time. Great. Good job. You know... Boundaries. Great. That's a great boundary. Hey, you know what? And like, it's not over. So, hey, you were an asshole and you projected your food insecurity onto me and you made me feel bad about myself. That's unacceptable. And he's like, "Oh, you're actually completely right. I'm so sorry." And she's like, "That's fine. You know, you can be sorry, but don't ever do it again and everything will be fine." Boom. Sorted. Concern about my future health started like this and ended in me not being allowed to eat carbs. Oh no. Ugh. I don't know about it. And I'll tell you now, OP, even if you eat and exercise exactly how he wants you to, this man will not forgive you for aging. True. So true. Well, that's fine. My wife's lack of common sense is making me fall out of love. She stubbornly defends her innocent views, only agreeing with when others confirm I'm right. It feels like she isn't growing with me, and I'm dealing with constant fallouts from her poor decisions. What would you do in my place? Uh-oh. I've grown increasingly resentful toward my wife because of this. I've tried addressing the issue calmly, but she responds with defensiveness and aggression, becoming combative and argumentative. As a result, our conversations go nowhere. I'm at a point where I'd rather avoid her, keeping our interactions brief. However, I often have to step in to address the aftermath of her poor decisions or to prevent issues from arising. Her bad decision making impacts our child's safety. Our toddler has fallen multiple times due to her lack of awareness, and the well-being of our home. Example, she cooks vegetables directly on our glass top stove without a pot or pan, creating a fire hazard. There's a lot more going on, but those are just a couple examples. I work 12-hour days to support her as a stay-at-home mother. She doesn't have a professional job outside of this role. I'm beginning to find myself falling out of love with her, if I haven't already. It's a question that I'm constantly asking myself as of lately. I don't know what to do. I can't get through to her, and her stubbornness is the root cause. I suspect it's due to a lack of respect for me since she readily listens to others. I would have no problem working with her, but this woman is hell-bent on her being right every single time. How can I ever grow with a person like this? I'd imagine it's almost impossible, until they're able to take accountability for their actions. She isn't there yet, even though these are mostly very simple fixes. Context: married 7 years, 1 toddler, both college educated. She's a stay-at-home mother, and we equally split house duties. I need more examples. This, all we have 2 examples. Child safety, toddler fallen, due to lack of awareness. This could mean a lot of things. Our toddler has fallen multiple times due to a lack of her awareness. We need a more concrete example. And the well-being of our home. She cooks vegetables directly on our stove without a pot or a pan. I mean, she's an alien, you know? I don't know how you missed this one, folks. How do you, where did you grow up that cooking vegetables directly on the glass top stove was even an option? That's crazy. I have an induction stove, and I don't think I would. No, I wouldn't cook directly on the glass part. That seems crazy. She cooks vegetables on the stove without a pan? I read this post 6 times thinking I must be reading it wrong. A glass top stove. Alright, squad. Glass top stove. Oh, like an induction stove. Right? Glass top 4 burner. Yeah. Oh, glass top 5 burner. Hello. I feel like a 5 burner is a cool option, like on paper, but like, are you really using all 5 burners? That's a little preposterous. Because like your pans are all going to be running into each other. The handles are going to be everywhere. Where are you going to put all the... one of the handles is getting hot, for sure. Let's see. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, use all the burners. I want to see you use all the burners at once. Expandable element? What? Oh. Okay. That's kind of cool. The keep warm zone. Wow. Well done, whoever made that. Frigidaire. Oh yeah, how much for this thing? $9.99, but view lower price in the cart. Oh, because I'm in incognito. It doesn't know where I am. It doesn't know how much to charge me. based on my location. Okay, so yeah, she's just cooking on an induction stove like this thing. Not like those coils are under the glass. You know what an induction stove is. But yeah, just think of the cleanup with all the juices, the burnt, caramelized, toxic stuff. Huh? What toxic stuff? Wait, there's toxic? I'm confused. What's toxic? The vegetable sticking like crazy and you salvaging only part of your food, hoping it's even cooked through an edible? She cooks vegetables. Yeah, I'm like, this is brain damage level stuff. That's such a nice way of putting it. We used to have a word back in my day. We had a word for this. Oh damn. Yeah, this is wild, but I need more info. We need kebab enthusiast. Yes. Seriously. Yes, has she always been like this? And OP is just now noticing, whether that's because she just had a child or he's more cautious of the safety, or she's blinded him with her body initially, who knows? In this instance, a short therapy for both of them. A short of therapy for the both of them. It's a downhill course. She always been like this and hit it better prior to having a child. Alternatively, maybe she got comfortable at a certain point in the marriage and let her crazy out. Worst option. She didn't always do these things, and this is a new symptom indicative of a deeper underlying issue. Brain tumor. She just... Wait, how old is she? 30? 31? Schizophrenia? She has paranoid schizophrenia, and she's cooking vegetables on the stovetop oven and putting her child in danger? Who knows? Damn. That's interesting. It means it's about her self-image. She's willing to accept what others tell her because she would be stubborn. If she would be stubborn then, she would look poorly in their eyes. But you are just her husband. Interesting. She was never as extreme as cooking vegetables. I love how that's everyone's line, too. Everyone's line here, don't cook vegetables directly on the glass. You're crazy if you do that. Yeah, everybody. Just frying up vegetables right on the glass burner. Everyone got to that part in the story and it was like, hold on, I'm gonna try and do the... Oh, no, I opened the wrong thing. Okay, I lost it. Time's over. Or wait, maybe still salvages. Just frying up vegetables right on the glass burner. I've never heard of anyone doing that before. Yeah. Wait, what? Notoriously finicky to clean? What are you talking about? Wait. Are they? Yeah. Upvote. I don't... She's seasoning... She's seasoning her cooktop. Yeah, sudden cognitive decline is a sign of an illness. Postpartum psychosis. It's the veggies on the countertop for everybody. Everyone's like, she's gone nuts, guys. She's lost it to everybody. She cooks vegetables directly on the burner? What? Can you imagine? Can you elaborate that? Like green beans, squash, corn? I'm having a hard time picturing this. Yeah, or like she's putting the kid on the kitchen counter. That seems like she's putting the kid on the stove. On the glass stove. Yeah, crazy. How do I tell my close friend that her adult... Oh, hey! Did they finally fucking talk it out? This is an update from one we did last week. If you missed this, definitely go check out the VOD from last time. I time-stamped it on YouTube, so you can easily find the stories. But yeah, how do I tell my close friend that her adult-only parties are offending people? Hi everyone, I never expected so many people to be interested in this situation, but I think it helps me feel vindicated that the situation was just as strange as I had perceived it to be. I wanted to wait for the kids to get back into school so we could discuss it in person, and luckily I didn't even have to bring it up, because someone else did bring it up to her, and she was eager to tell me that people were mad and she didn't know what the problem is with what she did. I was able to get through to her, I'll call her Katie in this post, and also understand her perspective. Understand, not agree. Which I'll try to explain here best I can. I cannot remember every detail of the conversation, but can paraphrase all the key parts. She'd been upset because one of our friends, Molly, was taking care of her toddler while Katie's kid kept trying to show her something. Katie noticed this and felt bad that her daughter just wants to share things with people she thinks of as her family/aunts. We are just friends, but the kids call each other aunts and each other's kids cousins. So she wanted to build a stronger relationship between her kids and her close friends. She thought that us spending time with her kids away from our kids would be the way for us to show her kids better attention. This is especially important to her because she's an only child. Oh no. My kids have to share way too much attention. I never had to share any attention. So my children should each get the attention of a full family. And I'm gonna do that by inviting people over under the pretense of hanging out with me, and then I'll have them hang out with my kids instead. Wow. This is especially important to her. She's an only child. Her parents are dead. Her husband is an only child, and his parents are dead. Her children have no biological family. She's worried about what will happen to them if she died. Her mom died when she was a teenager, and she feels anxious about her health. She doesn't feel bad. She doesn't feel that other people's kids need this same type of bond with her because our kids have biological aunts and uncles and cousins. She thinks that they should be able to go spend time with their biological family and assume that we were all sending our kids to our family and not paying a babysitter. She has no understanding of what it's actually like and romanticizes it. She was shocked to find that my siblings didn't just drop their lives to babysit my kid. People who have siblings still pay babysitters and did for her parties. She feels that she paid for all the food and wine, and that alone should cover the expense of a babysitter, even if we did pay one. Now, this is I didn't think I was hitting. I didn't think when I hit you it was hurting that bad. Well, it was hurting that bad. Oh, okay, well, you deserved it. Anyway. She knows that paying a sitter plus dinner would still cost more since she catered everything from a very expensive place, and we should have just been happy to get free food and drink. And if playing some kid's game is a price for that, it's not a bad price. Essentially, she argued at first that if somebody pays for everything, they can decide, and if we want a different type of gathering, we can foot the bill and throw that gathering. Now, how I handled this. That last note did eventually change to a more understanding perspective as I explained more and more about how even though she is technically right, she cannot maintain strong friendships with this mindset. You cannot provide meals for people with strings attached and deception involved. We didn't know until we got there, and expect us to love it. She can do whatever she likes, but people can also end a friendship if they like, so she's free to do it, but not free from the consequences. I was also very clear with her that if her goal is to get stronger bonds with her kids, the way to do that is to love and bond with our kids and include them. This part seemed to be totally unexpected to her. I had to explain that people will be upset by the fact that she isn't including her kids in kid events or isn't accepting that a parent needs to take care of their own kid first before focusing on hers, that they won't even want to be part of her family because that isn't what a family is. My sister doesn't expect me to leave my kid behind and be only with my nephews. My sister would never tell me not to bring my daughter to a family event because she loves my daughter, and that makes me love her and my nephews even more. I had to explain all of this. Lastly, she's rich and did grow up rich. Oh, okay, this last part's going to help a lot. And she struggles to see things from other perspectives or to consider other people's feelings, and she has to make a conscious attempt to really see outside of her own wants and needs. She said she even talks about this in therapy, and that's why she goes out of her way to do nice things for us. I put some examples of her acts of kindness in the original post because that's her way of trying to actively be a generous and caring person. She did cry, as expected, especially when she was talking about her kids not having any family and her mom and dad dying, and I'm very glad I did not mention it at the parties like everyone suggested, because I would never wanted her to do that in front of people. It goes deep, and she needs therapy to continue working on it. Overall, she did come around to the realization that she needs to alter her way of thinking about it and do things differently if she wants to achieve what she claims. She continued to reiterate how much her kids love me and how much she does love my kids too. She said she wants to do things the right way. She's just frustrated because what makes sense to her doesn't make sense to other people. But she accepts that it's her who will need to fix her way of thinking. A lot of crying, some arguing, but overall, it does appear that we are still friends. We hugged. She said she's going to do something nice for everyone and their kids. If anyone still has questions about specific things said, I can try to answer in the comments. Appreciate everyone's help. Hey! They talked about it, guys. That's how you do it. You talk it out. But also, like, this level of cluelessness is astounding. Yeah, funny that she was an only child and she thinks the only way that her kid can get attention is if it is the only one in the room. Yeah. This is a level of, like, lack of empathy that borders on, like, pathological, but... Or, like... If it's not pathological, then it's just like you've never had it modeled for you, I guess? You'd be surprised how oblivious full-grown adults can be. True. We are so blatantly bad at teaching the normal way to act that people who have all of it right there are the exceptions. Yeah, or right are the exceptions rather than the norm. Yeah. Common sense isn't so common. Oh, hey, this is another update for one we did last week. My husband does not want me to join an orchestra because he thinks I would be abandoning my responsibilities. Would this make sense? First of all, thank you all for taking the time to read my post, and all of you have pointed out. I never thought of seeking so much attention, being the introverted person I am. It felt kind of uneasy, but I have to admit, in all honesty, it felt really good to be supported. I'll add that although I do most of the housework, he does help, and when he does help, and I thank him, he mentions that at least he feels like he's contributing. So yesterday I dropped a word to my husband asking him to really think about what I'm asking, and that I thought that his reaction was a bit excessive. Later, he called me back to tell me that he was sorry that he reacted that way, and that it was a knee-jerk reaction to what I had said. He said there was no reason to stop me from going, really. It's just that he finds that I've been lagging behind on my household tasks, and that correlation is not causation, but he had the impression that my cello playing was a factor. I told him the kids are home all the time, and that it's 4 kiddos plus 1 working husband against 1 when it comes to keeping the house clean. The main floor is always clean. The washrooms are washed. I've been doing some decluttering here and there. I'm so not up to date with the laundry because, oof, I'm exhausted. Not to mention that's all fine and dandy when we go camping, but who preps everything for camping? And who cleans the tent, washes and dries the tarp afterwards, does all the camping laundry? I thought it's unrealistic for him to think I can do all that without feeling overwhelmed. That cello playing has been my release as an opportunity, as opposed to the cause of my lagging behind. It's what keeps me sane and prevents me from breaking down and strangling him. He said there's no real reason for me to not join, but that in the end I will be dumping whatever I do Saturday morning on him, and he would have to do what I was supposed to do. But in my head, I know for sure he won't do anything until I get back anyways. I told him he could take the opportunity to play Civ 6 with the kids without feeling guilty. Whatever he chooses, I'll support him, but I'm joining my orchestra. Aw, that's great. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm interested. It's interesting. I would love to know, like, what he does, you know? If he's working 12 hours, 6 days a week or some shit, and he gets, like, 1 day off, and she's like, yeah, and on, you know, your 1 day off, I have some of the stuff that I've left behind. But also, like, Jesus Christ, she's raising 4 children. Like, stay-at-home mom, 4 kids. Oof. 4 breakfasts, 4 lunches, 4 dinners, not to mention your own and your husband's, because he's working from home. So yeah, that's 6 breakfasts, 6 lunch, 6 dinner. Ugh. 6 times dishes. Wish I knew how old the kids were. Was that in here? Wonder how old the kids are, maybe they can start getting in on those chores, helping out around the house. That's crazy. Huh. Is this... Huh. Trying to find the original. Is there no... Oh, original post. I'm 19 and been with my boyfriend for over a year now. We come from different countries and religions, but we've made it work. I have to mention this. My boyfriend loves turning everything into a competition. We both go to the gym. He's always like, who can do this better? Even at home, he's always asking who can cook better, clean faster, you name it. A week ago, we were relaxing in the bathtub together. He asked who I thought could hold the other underwater the longest. I found it weird and just brushed it off as one of his usual questions. 2 to 3 minutes later, he got up as if to get out of this bathtub and suddenly pushed me underwater. He kept me under for what felt like more than 20 seconds. When he finally let go, he started laughing. I'm healthy, but I feel like I feel like I might have read this, but he kept me underwater for like 20 seconds. When he finally let go, he started laughing. I'm generally healthy, but I have a heart condition that requires daily medication to keep my heart rate normal. Without meds, my heart can go up to 140 to 150. Even with meds, sudden situations like this can make it go to 140 and stay between 110 to 120 for the next few days. He brought up what happened today and said he apologized, which he didn't, and that I should get over it. I'm trying. He said he was trying to prove a point, that I need to work on myself more. It doesn't make sense to me because he's naturally stronger than me. Yeah, this was crazy. I feel like I read this. He's also complaining now about the marks I left on his wrist and arm. I didn't mean to. It was suddenly I swallowed a bit of water and I was freaking out and just wanted him to let go. I apologized. Oh my god. Jeez. Hi, I just want to let you know I'm away and safe. Tried to log in 2 days ago. Found my account had been suspended. I'm okay now. Wanted you to know because I'm really grateful for all the advice and support. I'm currently staying with a woman who used to be one of my neighbors before I moved in with him a few months ago. She's the only person I could think of calling for help, and she didn't hesitate to come right away and help me pack some of my things and leave. She also encouraged me to call my family. I called my mom 2 days later. She promised to not tell my siblings or my father. My parents are divorced. I told her everything, and she asked how she could help, which was something I wasn't actually expecting. The main reason I was hesitant to let my family know is because both my older sister and my father, they always bring up things people feel ashamed of or bad experiences they've had just to win arguments. Yikes. As for my ex, he apologized, said he meant nothing by what he did, and promised never to do it again. But just 3 days after leaving him, he tricked me into meeting him through one of his friends. She said he packed the rest of my things and asked her to give them back to me. I went to meet her in a public place that I insisted on, and he was with her. We didn't talk because I left right away before I even made it to their table. Since I blocked him the day I left, my neighbor called him and let him know that she has no problem helping me get a restraining order if he ever tries anything. That's all. I'm safe, and I know now that I did the right thing. I'm glad I called her. I found a place with 2 roommates that I will be moving to next week. Although she said I can stay as long as I want. But she's already done so much. That's so fucking freaky. Like saying you have some of your shit, and then like you show up and he's there, and it was like organized through a friend. That's fucking creepy. Yikes. That is terrifying. Ugh. Oh shit, it's happening. It's happening! Oh no, I hit the wrong button. There we go. Wow. Whoa. Prior non-fatal strangulation was associated with greater than 6-fold odds, confidence in whatever, of becoming an attempted homicide and over 7-fold odds of becoming a completed homicide. These results show non-fatal strangulation as an important risk factor for homicide in women, underscoring the need to screen for non-fatal strangulation when assessing abused women in emergency department settings. Yeah. Yikes. If a man is grabbing your throat and you don't want him to, or restraining you from inhaling or having oxygen supplied to your body, don't be around that man anymore, ever again, preferably. Yeah, run so far away. Oh my god. And also, I don't know, man. At this point, maybe get the police involved. Nah, I mean, there's nothing. That sucks. There's really nothing you can do about this, because he could just be like, "Oh, well, I was just messing around. It was a prank, bro. I held you underwater as a prank." Ugh. Oh god. My husband wants to implement rewards and punishments to help me balance my life and improve myself, but I think it's not good for our relationship. How do I make him see it's not good, and what alternatives can I suggest? Good morning. I'm sorry that the title reads as, "Why don't you just say no or stop?" I just wanted to clarify and say that we have something called 2-month policy between us. That means that if one of us suggests something that we think will be good for us and beneficial, we have to try it for at least 2 months. For example, one thing I suggested before was working out together and going for a run because I thought we've been out of shape for a long time and being more fit. I wanted to stop slacking off, but our 2-month policy saved it and made me keep going. So, rewards and punishments are something my husband suggested. I started my first job out of college a few months ago, and that was after all the wedding and honeymoon stuff, so I had really tired, stressed, overwhelmed in the last few months, and it had been hard for me to balance some things, so I kept making promises to myself that I'll do one thing, like working out, cleaning, reading, and end up not doing it. Or I spend too much energy at work because I'm not used to compartmentalized work stuff and personal stuff internally, so I get home stressed and tired, so I haven't been able to focus on our relationship as much and just be a good partner overall. Since I keep trying to improve that, but keeps not doing Jesus Christ. Since I keep trying to improve that, but keeps not doing things to actually do that. How old are you again? 22? Okay. Sorry. My husband said that he thinks that having incentives and consequences will make me actually follow through. And he said that he really thinks this will help me, and it will be our next thing to try for the next 2 months. And I should decide if I want to keep doing it or not. Started your sentence with "and." You've got all these commas. And. So basically, he set some goals and things I should do for me, and if I do them, I get rewards, and if I don't, I get punished. Ooh, okay. I could be okay with that, but the rewards and punishment kind of make me feel small and kind of dehumanized. Like, rewards include more screen time, snacks, things I like in bed, and he wants to punish me by, like, spanking, taking my phone away, making me stand in the corner, or do things I don't really like in bed. Uh-oh. What? I tried to say that those are kind of weird, and that those will make me feel small and not like a grown independent person. Then he said that it won't work unless the rewards are straightforward, and I want to avoid the punishments. So we've been doing that for a couple weeks, but I do not like it, and I feel silly and dumb trying to negotiate toward rewards and punishments, and I don't think it's good for our relationship because it's making me feel like we're not equal and he's trying to be some kind of father figure. And I already have some insecurities with feeling like a grown-up woman and confidence, mainly because my figure and my height. I'm pretty small. Uh-oh. Super tiny, petite 22-year-old dating a 30-year-old man? Interesting. What's going on there, mister? Let's see. But I've been technically doing better, but I think it's not helping me feel like a grown woman. I try to talk to him about this and maybe make it stop, and he brings up the 2-month policy and tells me I should trust him and give this a try fully before I say no, because it only has been 2 weeks, and he tells me sometimes that he went through even though he didn't like it by trusting me, like the time I made him quit red meat completely. He quit for 2 months and he said he didn't feel any difference in health, so he started eating them again, but in moderation. He's telling me that I should at least try for 2 months and decide. But I feel like I already feel like it's not good and want to stop. But maybe I should just push through for the next 2 months and say no to be fair and keep up with the policy we set for each other. How do I make him see this, and what are some alternatives that I can suggest? That's such a weird relationship dynamic. we have a 2-month policy, which means we have to do something we don't. If one of the people in our relationship suggests something that we don't want to do, we both have to do it for 2 months. It's kind of interesting. I'm a bit overwhelmed by the amount of comments and advice. I'm trying to my best to read them from oldest to new, so it's taking a while. Sorry that it's taking a while. I work during the day and around my husband after work, but I now know this is more serious than I thought, and it's not normal. I know that, but it's still overwhelming and confusing, especially it's all new information and I love him, and I'm trying hard to come up with a way, reading all the advice you've given me and looking up the resources. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Doing my best. Also, I answered a lot of comments, but I wanted to answer some questions that were asked a lot. How old was I when we started dating? I was 19. I was 19. He was 28. No, 27. Half your age plus 7? Uh-oh. Stinky. Half your age here. So now they're half your age plus 7. But not when they started dating. Yeah. Does he have rewards and punishments too? No, he doesn't. That's weird. So wait, only one person has to do the thing that the other person suggests? Okay, well, you should suggest fucking him in the ass with a fucking strap on and see how he likes that. And he'll be like, oh, well, it's the 2-month policy, so I get to fuck you in the ass every night for 2 months. And if you don't like that, well, that's too bad, because you just need to push through, honey bun. Maybe he'll like it. Maybe he'll love it. You know, you can't tell unless you do it every day for 2 months. Yeah. Oh, yep. I'm going to guess you guys met when you were under 20. For sure, they did. The dude came in and took control. Yeah, he also wants to punish her with sex acts she doesn't enjoy. Also, that's so fucking weird. Or things I don't really like in bed. No. Yeah, this is some kink shit. You. Yeah, why do some of the punishments benefit him? Why is he yeah, this is pretty awful. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested to know who introduced this 2-month rule, because it sounded like she was like, yeah, the 2-month rule. Because I used it, yeah. For example, one thing I suggested, so that's one thing she suggested, but I'm wondering why she's like, you should tell us one of the things he suggested in the past. Because that sounds like it seems like she used this opportunity to explain what the rule was like to give the best possible use for it. Which was like, yeah, I made us exercise for 2 months, and you know what? We still do. Isn't it great to have the 2-month rule where we ate, cereal? I don't know. We took a multivitamin every day for 2 months. I love the 2-month rule. And then it's like, okay, what about 2 months of, again, pegging your fucking boyfriend in the ass? How's he gonna like that? Insane. Oh, man, I don't even want to think of him baby trapping her. That's crazy. First off, 2-month rule's terrible. Second, reward punishment thing is bad. He's your partner, not your parent. Yeah, he doesn't want a wife. Authority figure. Tell him you both made a mistake in setting up the 2-month rule. I mean, I don't know, man. This is a weird one. Yeah, there we go. Wait. Did I miss husband? I did miss husband. So, okay. Fuck. Yeah, I can't believe it. I'm sorry this is happening to you. That's kind of yeah. One partner shouldn't punish the other partner. That is weird. Yep. Why does he do that? This is depressing. Yeah. Everyone should read that. Yeah, everyone should read Why Does He Do That? Not a bad idea. Why does he do that? Yeah, this one's fucked up. Get out of there, girl. Get out of there. Oh. Oh. Interesting. All right, I met one of my closest friends about 2 years ago at the library, and I'm completely in love with her. The only issue is I'm afraid she's gonna think I'm shallow when I finally ask her out because she used to be chubby. How do I tell her I feel without offending her? Skip to the TLDR real quick. That's great. Your TLDR is the title. Well done. For context, when we met, I was in a toxic relationship with my now ex. She was focusing on school, working, and getting in shape, so I never really saw her romantically due to these factors. But I've always thought she was a beautiful person and a joy to be around. I'll call her Kelsey. I told her things I wouldn't dream of telling my ex, talked for hours about anything, played board games, watched movies, went to restaurants, invited her to my book club, and just included her in almost every aspect of my life as she did the same with me, but we were rarely alone together. Nothing intimate besides hugs and jokes with friends, so never really thought of her like that. I finally had enough of the years-long verbal abuse, threatening to harm herself, and mind games with my ex when I started to realize I was spending more time with Kelsey. I would sometimes forget about my own girlfriend, and Kelsey made me happy, and ex filled me with dread. It was roughly 7 months ago when I broke up with her. Kelsey 2 years ago was a bit chubby, and she was working really hard to get it off, so I was super supportive of her and gave her fitness and nutrition tips. She's gone from 195 to 130. Okay. But her heaviest was apparently 260, and you cannot tell that she was once that size. I'm so proud of her, and ever since the breakup, I just always think it's funny when people are like, she was really chubby at 195. I'm like, okay. Sorry, maybe I just grew up in places where this ain't chubby. This is fine. I'm so proud of her, and ever since the breakup, she's all I can think about. And we've been spending some time alone now. Her lips, the way she laughs, her smiles, her eyes, and yes, her body is incredible. The fact she put the work in to lose the weight and is disciplined to keep it off while working and going to school makes her even sexier to me. She's always been there without me even asking. She would know I needed her support in some way, and I would find a way to let her know I truly appreciated her. I had a feeling she felt the same about me, but I let a bunch of insecurities. I'm freakishly tall, been called boring, told I talk too much, hate my chin, etc. Stopped me from telling her how I felt. A few weeks ago, we were all at a taco joint with my friends stuffing our faces and having a great time when a guy approached her and offered to buy her a drink. My heart sank and I immediately wanted to tell him off. She's not interested, but was able to fight it off as I knew it was irrational and I had no right. She sweetly agreed, with some encouragement from the girls at the table, and followed him to the bar and they started chatting. I have never been so angry, sad, and guilty at the same time about a woman. The time I've known her, she's been single, except for a few dates that ended up wanting to just be casual, which really hurt her as she doesn't hook up and hasn't been intimate with anyone for a few years since she started focusing on herself. Guys and girls hit on her all the time, and it's always made me irrationally upset even before I realized I loved her because they didn't know her. So I should have been happy that she was talking to this guy and seemingly enjoying herself. She was giggling, smiling, sharing nachos with him. I was unbelievably bummed, so I started to head out as I didn't want to watch her flirt with this guy and cause a scene. When I got home, I saw she sent me a goodnight text saying, "Hope I feel better." Friends told her I wasn't feeling too hot. She was worried as I'd kind of been off and let her know if I needed someone to talk to. Aww, I fell in love again. I decided I was going to tell her how I felt, as it wasn't fair. Aww. I asked one of the girls if she had an idea that Kelsey might have a crush on me. After explaining why I want to know, she confessed that she did indeed, but apparently Kelsey told her that she didn't think I'd ever date her because she used to be fat. What? Bro, you already know the answer then. What the fuck? How do I approach this without coming off as shallow? Are you... Wait, hold on. I gotta read the rest of this paragraph. I'm losing it. But apparently Kelsey told her she didn't want to date her because she was fat, she was not in my league, and she probably only saw her as another sister. I was devastated. I gave her that impression and almost didn't believe, but it makes sense as to why she would think of me like that. I've never made any kind of move on her, and I myself am a pretty fit guy, plus my ex was super skinny. I'm so afraid now to make a move. Now that she's lost weight, she's never going to think I only like her now because she's not fat anymore. My feelings are surface level. She means so much to me. I don't want to fuck this up. Bro, this is like, this isn't drama. This is just cute. Come on. You're overthinking this. How do you... Back in my day, we used to downvote posts like this. No punctuation. You're... Come on, man. Somebody like this would never get 192 comment karma. In fact, you'd have a negative 192 comment karma. You would be at the very bottom with a "you're overthinking this," and then there'd be like 2 bots replying to you saying, you've actually used the incorrect "you're" and you didn't punctuate your sentence. In fact, these are 2 separate sentences. You apostrophe R-E, overthinking this, period. J, capital, just do it, period. This is 2 separate sentences. Ugh, for extension. Ugh. You. I just think the best way to go about this is to just tell her. Yeah, what is this, our teenagers? This is the teenagers subreddit? How old are these? 27 and 28? Oh my god. Sorry. I thought these... I keep forgetting the ages when I get to the bottom. So I just think like, oh yeah, they're like... these are 15-year-olds. This is a 15 and a 16-year-old. Oh... I talked to how do I, this is so stupid. How do I tell her how I feel without offending her? Oh, well, I asked one of our mutual friends if she has a crush on me, and she totally does. She just thought I wasn't going to be interested in her because she used to be chubby. Bro. L-Riz. L-Riz. Yeah, just say you liked her, but you were shy. Easy. I've always found her attractive. I mean, bro. I don't know, man. Okay, so now we're at the update. This is gonna be dumb. Holy hell. Didn't expect this to blow up the way it did whatsoever. It's on TikTok, it's on YouTube now too, and Twitch. And I'm currently mortified, but it's so worth it. I'll be answering some questions to clear up some things. TLDR at the bottom. After coming back to these comments and messages over and over, I realized I was severely overthinking everything, making things way harder than needed, and came to the conclusion that I didn't need to bring up such a sensitive topic in the first place, just to tell her how I feel, especially since she didn't confess that to me directly. I just needed to tell her, and quick, rest would follow. I texted her the next morning to ask if we could grab a bite, just the 2 of us, sometime this coming weekend. Had something important to tell her, and then I missed her, which was true. I stupidly ended up worrying her with the way I worded this. She thought I was moving. However, she was excited and told me she missed me too. She was free that night if I was down, and the day after next. I very much started to panic, as it was sooner than anticipated, but that night really was the best time. I was still too embarrassed to show her the previous post in its entirety, but I was willing to do so if she doubted my intentions. To keep this brief, I'll spare the mushy details, but we met at her favorite tea shop, caught up for a while, then she actually outright asked me what I needed to tell her. It took me a bit to articulate everything, since I was actively trying not to stutter like a dweeb, but I told her most of what I originally posted. I've had feelings for her even before the breakup, just didn't know how to tell her for so many reasons. I told her the important ones, but that she's always on my mind. I've always loved how kind, caring, thoughtful, dedicated, and just all around amazing on top of being so beautiful. She made me realize sacrificing my happiness to keep someone that hates me alive was unhealthy, that I deserved to be happy, and I was happiest with her. No one brightened my day like she did. She looked preciously stunned for a moment after I was done and was tearing up a bit at this point, but proceeded to tell me she's felt the same ever since we met and had a tiny feeling I liked her. However, she didn't think I'd be interested in dating her since we were such close friends. Plus, she told my ex put on... the toll my ex put on me meant I probably needed some time to recover, but she was just so happy I actually had the guts to tell her how I felt that we, as she was never going to tell me, so we both kinda awkwardly laughed. But she was just so happy I actually had the guts to tell her how I felt that as she was never going to tell me. I think that way did accidentally. How I felt as she was never going to tell me, so we both awkwardly laughed for a bit. We talked for a while more and I was overjoyed. I relieved and super nervous as the mood immediately shifted to something newly intimate. But I did end up asking to take her out on a real date whenever she was ready, as I did just lay a lot on her. Long story short, as a lot has happened since then, she now is currently my girlfriend. We're taking things super slow. Our second date's in a few days. I'm kicking myself for not telling her sooner. She hasn't mentioned her weight at all, and I will 100% wait. And I will be 100% showing her the post if she ever does. So now I'm really glad I didn't start off with that. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you guys for your feedback. I didn't bring up her height when I told her about my feelings. She's now my girlfriend. Oh wait, dang it. Sometimes I just can't read. So don't hold it against me. That's a great update. Yep. On which to quit Reddit for the day. Yeah, we've had a lot of like non-drama. These are just cute. These are just cute little like, aww. I ran into my ex-wife's sister at the store. After catching up, she asked me on a date. I ran into my ex-wife's sister Riley at the grocery store, and I'm talking with her and sort of catching up. She ended up asking me out on a date. Weird. My ex-wife is the same age as me. I have not seen her since we divorced 3 years ago. There was nothing juicy about the divorce, just 2 kids who got married too young too soon and realized it too late. We divorced pretty amicably, and she ended up moving away. I did as well for a time, but I ended up coming back home last year. I had no idea what my ex was doing and really didn't care. I got along with her family until the end, although I did not know her sister that well, since either we were in college or she was in college away from us, but I obviously had met her several times and had a cordial relationship with her. Never felt any weird vibes while married to her sister. My ex was not really close with her sister, but they also did not have any ill will toward each other. Anyway, she told me that my ex is engaged and happy, which I was actually happy to hear. She said her parents are doing well, and they even asked her a little while ago if she knew what I was doing, which she didn't, because I don't keep deep contact with anyone from her family. Kind of wanted a clean break. Me and ex, do have some mutual friends, but I don't think Riley really knows them either. Or knows them that well. It was a nice conversation. Before we finished talking, Riley asked me if I'd like to get a drink with her sometime. I thought maybe she just wanted to catch up in a better setting, but then she said, but I understand if you don't want to go on a date with your ex-wife's sister, so it's a date. I did end up exchanging numbers with her, asking her kind of lightly how her parents would feel, and they would probably be happy that I found someone they liked. I figured I would rather have the number and not use it than wonder if I should have gotten it. I don't know. I guess I was also just happy that an attractive woman asked me for my number. She did mention in our conversation before she asked me out that she was always surprised that her sister let such a good guy go, which I corrected and told her it was definitely mutual. Riley is very pretty, enjoy talking to her, and I like their family. They always like me. If I had run into her as a stranger and there was no history, if I'm being honest, I would have made my day to be asked out like that. But I keep thinking that it's weird. Like, she's obviously a grown woman now, but she was a teenager when I started dating my ex-wife. As I said, I didn't see her all that much, so no, this is not a grooming situation. I'd feel weird going to her parents almost being like, hey, I decided to give your daughter a try. Then how would my ex feel about it? Would it ruin her relationship with her sister? And if we got serious, I'd have to see my ex-wife at functions, which I don't care that much about, but it's still odd, you know? And I got these intrusive thoughts like, is this my unconscious trying to make my failed marriage seem like a success? And there's like, what if Riley had some tendencies that made you and your ex incompatible? But I feel like I'm also not being fair to Riley. Riley has a great family. She seems to have her stuff together. She's enjoyable to talk to. I feel like she could be allowing my past to throw at a potentially great partner. I don't know. I'm really confused. Aww. You didn't go for it. I'd say go for it. Can't make an official update. I've read through your comments, taking my lashings from some, gotten some weird, creepy personal messages from others. Let's see. Messages from others who, as one person put it, understood why I wanted to knock boots with my ex's sister. In fact, it was the creepy pro messages that actually changed my mind more than the people telling me not to go on the date. I texted Riley and told her I don't think it's appropriate for us to go on a date. I told her that I enjoyed talking to her and catching up. We should only be cordial if we see each other, but nothing more. Maybe I shouldn't have said this, but I also told her that it's nothing personal against her, that she seems like a really great person. But given my history with a sister, it just isn't appropriate. She replied that she understood and respected my decision, but also said that she didn't think my ex-wife would have a problem with it, but I was steadfast and said I still don't think it's appropriate. I also learned a lot about myself here, and if you read some of my comments, you might have seen this, but I'll try to summarize. I miss being a husband. I miss being in a loving marriage. I don't miss my ex-wife, but I miss what we once had, and I want that again with someone else. I didn't know I felt that way, at least consciously, until I spoke to Riley. I think her being my ex-wife's sister brought out some feelings in me that were never unlocked by the woman I went on dates with in the interim, because they were detached enough from my previous marriage that I could still repress those feelings. I didn't realize how lonely I was and how much I craved having a woman that I could come home to and not just receive love, but give it. I think I focused so much on my career and other things in my life that I buried those feelings after my divorce. Finally, call me a dweeb, or call me dumb, naive, oblivious, emotionally unintelligent, etc., but I'm not a bad person, and I never intended to destroy anyone's relationships. I also was not thinking about sex, thinking of my dick. If you see some of my replies, I didn't even think of some of the conundrums here. I was thinking with a heart that confused scar tissue with being healed. As for Riley, I don't know what her intentions were, and at this point I don't care. I'm not going on that date with her. I'm going to talk to a professional about my unresolved love issues, and I want to thank everyone here for opening my eyes. Except the person who basically accused me of being a pedo. You can fuck off. I'm going to bed. Been up way too late. I've tried to respond as best I can. This thing has blown up so much, I'll give you all an update if anything else of note transpires. Whoa. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, don't do it. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's gonna be up to each individual person. I think me personally, I'd be like, yeah, well, let's see what happens. You know, let's dabble with this one too. Let's see what goes on. You know, dude, no. Serious question. If your ex-wife was dating and marrying your brother or best friend, how would you feel? Oh, okay, that's interesting. Well, I guess I'm the only child from the previous story, so I don't really know how I would feel. If it was my best friend, if my ex-wife was marrying my current best friend, and we divorced amicably, and if you went out with your ex's sister, are you prepared for speculation that you and her had something going on? As a weedy, snake-filled pool. Yeah, I mean, you just have to be very... I would say... message the ex first. Be like, hey. And then, you know... And maybe the answers to some of these questions can help answer the whole question for you. But it's like, would you message your ex first about it? Would you message your ex-wife and say, hey, I met your sister at a bar. I just wanted to make sure that it wouldn't be super inappropriate for me to date her. And if that's a question you don't even want to ask her because it makes you cringe or whatever, like maybe that's a good reason to not do that. But I mean, I feel like personally answering that question, I'd be like, yeah, that makes me feel kind of uncomfortable. So I think I would just avoid it. Damn. All right. Well, let's see. 7:48 p.m., which means let's move on to some. I was really hoping for something better, but yeah, let's move on to some. Am I the asshole? Let's just see. Oh. Well, this is actually drama. Here we go. Over the weekend, my boyfriend and his friends were all around the same age. Their girlfriends and I were having a Over the weekend, my boyfriend, 33 male, his friends, all around the same age, their girlfriends, and there we go. Were having a bonfire. That's a tough one. And me were. Over the weekend, I was having a fire. Their girlfriends and I was. That's a tough one. Wait. We'll have to come back to that one, chat. Well, I don't know why, but somehow friend 1 said to his girlfriend gives a 9 blowjob. My boyfriend and a friend 2 said that's an impossible rating and only porn stars would be that good. So the guys asked friend 3 what he would rate his girlfriend, and he said a 9. My boyfriend and 2 couldn't believe the rating because of the same reason. They said friend 1 and 3 had to be lying. Now, I've been drinking a bit at this point, so I asked my boyfriend what he would rate me. He said a 7. I said I know that's a lie, because I didn't say this next part. My boyfriend always tells me I'm the best he's had, and I'm the only one who's ever made him come from a blowjob. Also, I had multiple guys tell me I'm good, so I wasn't hurt by the rating. Well, friend 2 then told me it's a good score. It's the highest for a girlfriend to get, and it's a wife material rating. Well, the conversations changed and we all moved on. The next day I saw my friends and told them what happened, and they're telling me this is a red flag and I should break up with him. That him and his friends were disrespectful to all of us. What should I do? I mean, we were just saying stuff. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, how old are they again? 33? I mean, you're just sitting around. I could see them like sitting around a campfire drinking. And then rating blowjobs? I mean, this is a very Reddit. Y'all, I lost IQ points reading this. I went blind from the amount of immaturity. It's like, you can just go outside and hang out with people. I don't know. Doing this in their 30s? No oral for you, point blank? What? The bar is in hell. Oh, wait. Did I miss that? I mean, I feel like the best response to all of this may have been like, start rating the boys back. Be like, oh, he sucks at giving head. he can't even find it, you know? He can't even find that little thing. Oh, that's funny. You sure they aren't 12? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. Okay, this also wasn't as drama-filled. I don't know what's going on, guys. The drama is drying up. This is Redditor drama. What was this? Sorry, I didn't even get through the... My parents are accusing my wife, but their story doesn't make sense. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Me and my wife got my wife. All right, we're off to a great start. Got into it 2 weeks ago, and I had a mental breakdown in our kitchen, then threw 2 glasses and broke them. Wife was in our living room. Then I left the house, slept 3 days in office. After that, I called my parents saying I don't want to go back to home, and I want to stay at their place until our problems are solved. We had 2 kids. I killed them both. No, we had 2 kids. My wife created a WhatsApp group several years ago to send my kids photos to their grandparents. The group consists of my wife, me, my dad, and my mom. My dad and my wife never liked each other from the day they met. Today my father came to me and said my wife deleted 5 years of photos from the group. He showed his phone, and all photos, including texts, are gone. My mom said the same thing, and her phone was the same. By the way, my father has access to both phones. Then I checked my phone, and everything's intact. All photos and texts are there. I messaged my wife and asked her if she did such a thing, which I added, I don't believe that she did. She denied it and said, how would I have deleted the photos if she deleted the photos? My father has a character that would pull this kind of thing, but he wouldn't damage my marriage further just because he doesn't like my wife. Yet his accusation makes no sense. I'm not an expert, but I don't recall WhatsApp to allow this kind of targeted removal. This is so simple. I'm sure she just blocked him? Your father most likely deleted the chat in both his phone and your mother's. It is possible that since your father does not like your wife, he's using this fight. Can't delete messages for just a couple people. Yeah, this is all, a very passive way until our problems are solved. How is that Is your wife going to solve it? Is your parents going to solve it? Something happens. Fight starts. You run away. You tell mommy and daddy. You wait for your wife to solve it all by herself. Or forget about it. You don't have to apologize or acknowledge that you were wrong. Life continues. Boom. Yeah, you threw a glass, bro. Yeah. This also reads like a kid wrote it, but I guess that's just a probably English as a second language thing. Just not hitting the... Where's the drama gold mine? Where are the dirty butts that need to be cleaned? Oh. My boyfriend just told me my vagina tastes bad. How many vaginas has he eaten? Just wanted to see. I wanted to eat Maka's and that's... Jeez. Oh, it got deleted. But you can still see part of it. I wonder... Hang on a second. I wonder if you can rate it like this? No. Sorry, everybody. Flashbang. Damn. Huh. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm, you know, I've never like been like, wow, this tastes amazing. I can't wait to eat more of this. This is my favorite flavor. Yeah, like that's why they don't make like vagina flavored anything, because nobody. Yeah, it's not like there's like a vagina flavored soda that you can drink, because nobody wants. Nobody like goes out of their way to taste that just for the flavor. That's funny. My sister and I got pregnant around the same time, but she lost hers. Ooh. I don't know about that one. That just sounds sad. Threatened to beat me, should I run? My husband and I's marriage is being ruined by his sleep apnea. Oh. Yeah. That he will only try the CPAP. Ugh. My husband keeps calling me names. Okay. We're out of here. Am I the asshole time? Let's see. Am I the asshole for telling my mom to shut up and accept that my wife and I aren't naming our kids the way she and my dad named me and my siblings? Yeah, it's whatever. For laughing at my parents for an impossible mix-up, for letting our daughter eat whatever she wants. Oh, this is it. I feel like so many of these are going to be nothings. How are these top of the week? Did I not sort them correctly? Top this week. Top this week. The most wild am I the asshole stories from the last week. Am I the asshole for telling my sister she isn't the type of person I want my daughters to look up to? That's kind of harsh, actually. Damn. My sister and I are complete opposite. My sister doesn't have many accomplishments, and the last thing I remember her achieving is graduating high school. At 20, she dropped out of college because she was pregnant. She moved in with the father, and for 10 years they were a family. All that time, she didn't have a job, even when her son started school. Those two never married, and he left her about 2 years ago. She's now pregnant again. New dad isn't involved. Works in fast food and barely scrapes by. She's constantly asking for money. She actually wanted to move in with me and my kids. My wife travels a lot. I have 2 daughters, and my sister told me she wanted to be closer. She wanted to move into my home. That it would be good for the girls to have a woman they could look up to. She never liked that my wife travels. This isn't the first time she's brought it up, and I've turned her down politely many times. My sister brought it up again last night. I told her no. This resulted in a heated conversation with my sister, with her asking why. I decided to be honest, and I told her that she isn't the type of woman I want my kids to look up to. I also listed the reasons above. She called me a jerk. The family is now on my ass about this, saying I was heartless to tell her that. They also want me to apologize. I mean, she did ask. I am a big proponent of answering the questions that people ask. And then I'm also a big proponent of not asking questions that you do not want the answers to. So if somebody like asks, if they're like, "Hey, why do you hate me so much?" Then you're gonna be like, "Oh, well, I think you're a piece of shit," you know? And they're like, "Oh, you're an asshole." And it's like, "Well, you asked." You asked me. If you didn't want me to, if you thought I didn't like you, and you did, and just tell me you think that I'm an asshole for not liking you or whatever. Don't tell me I'm an asshole for having my reasons for it, you know? Yeah, I don't know. Not the asshole, your sister badgering you to let her and her children move in with you. Yeah. Yeah. Easy. Well, that was an easy one. She's the asshole. An asshole reminding my ex I'm only responsible for our children, not all of his kids. Ooh. Am I asked for outing my friend that her baby voice isn't her normal voice? What? I have a friend that I'm really close to that has social anxiety, so she hasn't been out with my friends before. She finally decided to come with us, which was exciting, but she spoke completely differently. I don't know how to explain it, but she was talking in a baby voice? Or maybe an anime voice? She just sounded not like herself. She sounded like she was 12. When she went to the bathroom, my friends immediately asked me why she sounds like that. One of my friends said, "She sounds so young, what the fuck?" And said, "No one sounds like that. She's clearly faking it for some reason." I had admitted that yes, she was faking it, which was obvious, but I wasn't sure why she was talking like that. These are guys that I'm friends with. Maybe she has a crush or just nervous? After the hangout, I asked her why she was talking like that. She played dumb. She said, "I was talking differently. Sometimes I act differently around different people." I said it wasn't just that. She sounded young, like way younger than she is. She said it was just something she was trying out and that she hopes no one noticed. Did you tell her that everyone noticed? Okay, good. I said, of course they noticed. I told them that wasn't your real voice. She got upset at this and said, I shouldn't have told them that. I told her, girl, everyone knows you're faking the voice. My saying it doesn't do anything. They all know, but she's mad at me. If it was so obvious that everyone knew she was faking it, there's really no place for you to retreat to without sounding disingenuous yourself. She said it was just something she was trying out. What? Is she from the Elizabeth Holmes school of fake your voice and affectations and pretend that nobody knows when they clearly all knew right away? Oh, not the asshole. You didn't out her. Yeah. We have one post where a bunch of people don't try to diagnose a stranger with ASD. Neurotypical people can make public interactions awkward too. No assholes here. It's not like you outed her. Your other friends could tell the voice was fake. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Hey, did anyone else know the sky was blue today? And I'd be like, yeah, dude, I noticed the sky was blue today. That's true. And then your friend's like, how dare you say that? I was doing my best to convince everyone the sky was a different color. And I'm like, everyone could tell the sky was blue. What am I supposed to do? Yeah. Fridge-scaping? Wait, I'm sorry. I have to... What? Oh. Wait, what? Recently, my wife has taken to fridge-scaping. I guess it's a recent trend because I'd never heard about it before. She started decorating our fridge, and it was really getting in my nerves. For example, she put flowers in the fridge, in vases, in front of our food, so you have to move things just to get to the food. She put all our food in fancy baskets, jars, and similar things. I know it sounds absurd, but if you just search up fridge-scaping, you'll get what I mean. What? No! No! Oh my god. What? 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 People are only doing this for photos. Nobody's fridge. I'm sorry. Stack of... This is... Yeah. Yeah, I just keep a big can of crab meat in there next to my Chanel bag with the crab on top of it. And I make sure to push my pasture-raised eggs to the front. Also, these are like... This is how you know that... I'm sorry. I'm gonna call people out. This brand of eggs right here, I I don't believe that it's actually all that much better. Also, Chanel over here too. Are you serious? Bubbies. Wait a minute. This person. Don't want to give up my location, but interesting. Wait, where can you get? Can you get bubbies? Pickles. Oh, interesting. Oh, Jesus. How could this have happened to me? Oh, no. Okay. Well, everything... I'll have to edit that out of the VOD. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, no. This is Am I Overreacting? We're out of here. This is Fridgescaping. If you didn't already know, we aren't doing Fridgescaping. If you're a Fridgescaper, you have way the fuck too much time on your hands. You need a job. You need to get a job if you are Fridgescaping. Okay, so let's get back to it. Fridgescaping. I didn't care at first because I don't have to use the fridge much. I don't cook a lot, but she's getting too meticulous with it and adding too much decor. It's made the fridge very uninviting for me. She gets upset when I get something from the fridge and don't put things back perfectly. She keeps taking it as a personal slight and acts as if I've done something to deliberately hurt her when I haven't. I just find it unnecessary to maintain such an organized fridge. Before she started this, it would take me 30 seconds to grab something quick from the fridge, whereas now it's a whole ordeal. Last weekend, she confronted me after I grabbed some leftovers from the fridge and left it in disarray, according to her. I explained how I find the hobby stupid, and she can decorate other things. It doesn't have to be the fridge. It gets in the way when I want to quickly eat. When I come home from work hungry and tired and want to grab a quick bite, it's frustrating. I also talked to my son about it, and he finds it annoying, which I told her. She didn't argue back, but after that, she's removed all of the decorations from the fridge, what I have to admit has been relieving. But she's also been acting very distant towards me and just hasn't been herself, and that has been weird intimacy-wise. I mean... Right, was it... yeah. She put effort into something and you're like, this is stupid! But at the same time, it's like... I don't know. It's like, I don't know, if somebody was like drawing faces, like like drawing all over your eggs, and like they made it made all the eggs beautiful, and then you like crack one of the eggs and they're like, oh, how could you do that? And you're like, I'm using the eggs. I mean, okay, maybe that's a bad excuse. I don't know. Or compromise. I mean... I just don't... I don't know, man. I don't know about Fridgescaping, man. Yeah, be nice to people you love. That's a good... Yeah. This doesn't have to be like... To be fair, her also being like, you know... Her also being like, you've left it in disarray. I'm like, okay, come on. We can... Come on. Yeah, very soft, you're the asshole, I guess, because he kind of... I find the hobby stupid. You are... Yeah, the extension of this hobby is stupid is you are stupid for having the hobby. You know, that's the problem. When the real problem is all the other stuff you listed, which is that, you know, it's difficult to get into the fridge and that you have to move stuff around and that honestly it doesn't look all that, and it's uninviting. I mean, I feel like decorating your fridge, decorating things in general, I mean, maybe not for everybody, but for the, you know, for a lot of people who decorate things, the objective is to make it more inviting. If not to everybody, then to yourself. And so she was trying to decorate it to make it look inviting. I feel like if you said, hey, the way you have decorated this is making it not inviting for me, she would be like, oh, okay. And then you guys can like work together on decorating it. But this whole thing, communication, taking a 26-minute shower. That's a little long. I have very long hair. A full body shower. Washing, conditioning her hair, shaving everything. Oh, okay, well if you're shaving, that adds more to it. Let's find out. 26 minutes to do 26 minutes to do your whole body, your hair, washed, conditioned, what else? Shaving everything, and you have thick hair, washing everything, your face, then getting out? They were running the sink for as long as I was in the shower and asked if I noticed how much water was wasted then. What? My partner said they were running the sink for as long as I was in the shower and asked if I noticed how much water was wasted then. What? I asked how I'd be able to hear that run while I was in the shower. Exactly. Followed by other things. I added the songs of Am I the Asshole for Taking 26 Minutes to Fully Shower. Edited to add two of us in home. We have 2 full bathrooms. He showered last night. I showered this morning. We had no plans for the day. I take this length shower once every 3 to 4 days. I don't shower every day because I work from home, but if I do, I'm under 10 minutes. What? I don't understand how that proves his point either. That's so fucking confusing. Why? Yeah, why would you... I was running... well, you know what? While you were taking a shower, I was running the sink. The whole time. And you couldn't even hear it. It's like, okay. Why were you doing that? Exactly. Okay, whatever. He's the asshole, obviously. Kicking my sister's boyfriend. I'm kidding that. I just... out of my vacation home. Yeah, don't... Oh, Kyle. K-Y... Oh, Kai. I thought it was Kyle. That's funny. Am I the asshole? My boyfriend didn't see me. Refusing to dress my twins identically for the family picture. Oh my god. That's such a silly trope. I say that now, but like at the same time, I guess if you're like, oh, if I had twins in my family, I'd hope that they would dress the same because that would be such a cool thing. Ooh. I don't want to split the bill equally as they have kids and I don't. Well, yeah, that makes sense. I have 2 older sisters, both over 30, while I'm still in my 20s. The thing is, they suggested to invite my mom to lunch for Mother's Day, and they were talking about splitting the expenses in 3 parts. Both of them have 2 kids each, while I don't. Given past bad experiences where the kids were not contemplated in the bill, but still would eat, I told them I did not like the idea of splitting in 3, since their kids should be taken into account. Mind you, the kids are not babies. One of them will soon turn 18. At the mention of that, they did not like it, called me confrontational. My mom even found out and took their side. Oh, fuck Mother's Day dinner, I guess. To give you some more context as to why it bothers me, a similar experience happened before during a trip where I had to pay a third out of all the expenses. My mom, another, and my sister, another. Wait. Third out of all the expenses. My mom another, and my sister another. She thought my mom and I were oblivious about the whole thing, but mom begged me not to say anything, to not start a fight, but now I think I've held my silence too long. These are so easy. I feel like Am I the Asshole sucks, because it's just like, nothing's like... Either, it's one of... I want to say like 3 things. Either it's really dumb and obvious from the beginning, or there's like a twist that like makes the other thing obvious, or the third one, I don't know, there's also a third. There's more things, but it's more often the other 2. I don't know. Stop being a child and get a life. Oh, she screamed at me and my kid. Oh no. Obligatory, this is a throwaway. 2 weeks ago, Nope. This is my least... Stop. 2 weeks ago, hubby, son, and I attended my BFF's wedding. It was a beautiful ceremony and everything was going great until BFF and her husband cut the cake. Important context. BFF did speak to me during her wedding planning about being unsure on whether or not to allow kids. Her two sisters both have kids around my son's age, and she sees him as her nephew too. But she wanted to be able to let loose and enjoy her wedding without worrying about any kids messing things up. I gave my opinion, saying me and hubby allowed kids at our wedding and wouldn't have it any other way. The kids were still family and deserved to be included. After that, speaking with sisters, she and her husband okayed kids. Now, the ceremony went swimmingly. BFF's niece sat with me, hubby, and son as her sisters were in the bridal party. I brought quiet activities to keep them entertained. I even cried from how lovely it was. When we got to the reception, nieces were returned to their parents, as it was now just me, hubby, and son. Dinner went fine. Then the couple took to the dance floor for their first dance. Afterwards, everyone was welcome to the floor to dance for a bit before cake cutting. At this point, the kids were running around and playing with each other, and it was fairly secure space, and I knew almost everybody there, so I felt comfortable with son playing with the other kids, while hubby and I had fun dancing. Important to mention now, husband offered to DD so I could enjoy myself, so I had a couple glasses of wine at this point. BFF also had been drinking and celebrating. BFF and her husband go to do cake cutting, and hubby and I are a little slow getting there, so there was a crowd blocking our view. Suddenly I hear BFF scream my son's name. Hubby and I push forward to see what's wrong. I see my son with frosting around his mouth and on his fingers. The cake had a small chunk taken out of it. Oh no! Oh no. I try to apologize, but BFF turns around and yells, "This is your fault. Your son ruined my cake. He's only here because you told me it would be worth it to include the kids." I yelled back, telling her that it was just an accident. The rest of the cake was still edible. That this was her nephew she was screaming about. She told me I was no friend of hers and he wasn't her nephew in front of everyone. She told me to leave or she'd call security. Wow. One of the bride's sisters reached out to me after and apologized for her sister's reaction, but said I needed to apologize. I think sorries are out the window now after her outburst. I mean, yeah, she bounced you. Like, that's a little much. Yeah, and especially, like, you're no friend of mine. Like, oof. Not only did she blow up at me in front of everyone, but at my son. I'm humiliated. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, here, stop. I should have rendered my verdict before scrolling to the comments to, reinforce my opinion, or to sway me one way or the other. This is a tough one. I feel like, honestly, I don't know. Your child is your responsibility in a place like this, and I really do need to know how old this kid was. Son, 4. Yikes. Yep, that's too young to be, yeah, that's too young to be just wandering around at a wedding alone. Husband or you needed to be absolutely in control of that child. So yeah, that's child's very young, in need of supervision. Doesn't matter how secure the location is. There are a lot of things that are not secure, like cake, glass. Yes, so much glass in the venue. Not only should you apologize, you should have apologized right then and there instead of reacting that the best of the cake is still edible, because gross. I doubt your kid has washed his hands in a while, and it was an accident. It was an accident. Your kid is young, so it wasn't malicious, but it certainly... Wait. Well... Yeah, it was a mistake. Yeah. That's true. Technically wasn't really he did mean to do that. Oh, I don't... you don't need to say that. You also need to pay at least part of the cost of the cake, because that tier was not edible. I don't know about that. A big bite? I don't think he grabbed it with his hand. I don't know. It's for, but you could have told him not to touch the cake. This would have been invited. Yeah. You need to supervise him. Yeah. Not sure I understand why you weren't watching your son. That's awesome, but this is a big party with alcohol and I would assume readily accessible exits. Your son is a toddler. Yeah. Oof. Yes. Well, I mean, I don't know about that one. Your daughters and a son? Oh. I mean, yeah. No, that kind of makes sense. Sorry. Yeah. This one does make sense. I feel like. I always told my kids that if they go to college, I'll take care of everything else. Told them that since they were kids. Now I have 4 kids, 3 daughters, 1 son. 3 oldest of the daughters decided college wasn't for them. I understood, but I told them I can't just let them sit in the house. I made them get jobs and I charged them rent, $200 a month. That's honestly insanely fair. They're all doing well, but they still live in the house. My youngest is 18. That's the boy. He graduated 3 months ago, but he just got accepted into a college. I did not force him to get a job. As I said, if they go to school, I'll do everything else. He himself decided he wanted a job. He works at FedEx and makes about $300 a week. I don't charge him rent, and I'm still going to try and take care of him when he's done with college. My daughters are more than mad that he's not paying anything. They believe him having a job means he can pay something. They also believe I shouldn't take care of everything for him if he has a job and he's not paying rent. I'm not charging him rent because he's going to school. Him getting a job changes nothing in my mind. He simply saw this as a golden opportunity and is running with it. I mean, yeah, your son's smart as shit. Yes. My parents told me, oh yeah, if you get into college, we'll pay for it for sure. And if you get a job while you're doing college, as long as you're doing well at college, you can pocket all that extra money, kiddo. That would be sick. Absolutely amazing. Yeah. The deal is simple. And this is another one of those. This is why I don't like Am I the Asshole? Because it's just like over and over and over again. It's just like obvious. And then like, am I an asshole because I'm actually a really good guy and have very good boundaries that I've associated with everybody, and everyone knows that if they fuck around they'll find out, and am I the asshole here? And it's just like, no. No, you're not. This might be kind of funny. I took a am I the asshole for making my in-laws stay in a hotel after they surprised us on our family vacation? Took a beach vacation with my husband and our kids. We also invited his sister, husband, and 2 kids, as we had a detached bedroom from the main house and we genuinely like hanging out with them. I told her we wanted to keep it small this year since we have a new baby. I'm pretty fresh postpartum and I didn't want it to be too stressful. While we were at the beach, we see my mother-in-law, father-in-law, stepson, and his girlfriend pull up. This is a 3-hour drive from where we live. They came to surprise us at the beach since we haven't seen my stepsister in 2 months. My sister-in-law said that they've been planning this for weeks, and she gave them the mile marker. This was a cool surprise, but afterwards they expected to stay with us in our 1-bedroom, 1-bath rental house with no real doors. They had no plans for lodging or eating, so we got to work to make dinner, which was fine because I had packed extra food. Due to space constraints, I put the baby down for a nap in the restroom. We had 2 pack and plays in there. When I went back to check on him a little later, oh cool, my stepsister and his girlfriend were in the transparent glass shower together, steps away from my 3-month-old baby. I went back to the kitchen and told my sister-in-law they cannot stay with us. My husband told them they could because he's out of touch with what that would actually mean. 6 adults, 2 toddlers sharing 1 restroom where 2 babies are sleeping. I told her what I just saw was SS and GF in the shower, again reminding her it's too many people going in and out of the restroom. You need to... Oh, 1 restroom. I understand now. Baby sleep in there. She understood and started looking up hotels. My stepson's girlfriend was already scoping out the couch, and she could have slept there, but after wrestling 2 babies to sleep in the restroom, my 4-year-old to sleep in the actual bed, the couch was the only place I could sit and have a glass of wine at the end of the night in peace. After getting a hotel room, they stayed at the beach house until midnight, playing poker on the patio and shouting. My husband asked his dad to please be quiet since the kids were sleeping, and father loudly shouted shut up and kept playing. Yeah. No. This has since caused major conflict with my husband, as he believes we should have just let 4 additional people stay since they are family. We paid for half the hotel room, my sister-in-law paid the other half. For context, we have been to the beach 1 other time with my sister-in-law, but have never been with my mother-in-law and father-in-law. My stepson has gone for 2 months, but will be out of town the next 3 weeks, so it's not like we wouldn't have seen him the next day when we returned. I understand they wanted this to be a fun surprise, but no one considered how this would impact us. Yeah, this is another one of those, like, am I the asshole when a bunch of people fuck me on my vacation? No. This is getting... If there's not a good one in here, I'm out of here. No, we're out of here. Am I overreacting time? Oh, good. Here we go. Original. Am I overreacting? Boyfriend left for a festival at 12 on Friday. Told me he loved me and that he'd see me that night since he had to work on Saturday, and then he'd go back to the festival on Sunday. I told him to have fun, be safe, see him that night. I went to work like normal, didn't hear anything from him all day, which didn't bother me since he's at a festival, probably had bad service and didn't want to spoil his fun by being on his phone. I got home around midnight and still hadn't heard anything. I was hungry and decided to have some food delivered, so I figured I'd call him and ask if he wanted something for when he got home. Went straight to voicemail twice. I decided to check his location to see if maybe he was still stuck in the parking lot and therefore could have horrible service. Didn't think much more of it, I decided to check his location and see if he would have horrible service, which was the case. I didn't think much more of it, ordered my food, ate, and went to bed. Decided to check his location once more and saw the bus was just pulling out of the parking area and on the road. When I woke up, he wasn't next to me. I immediately checked my phone, but didn't have any missed texts or calls. This started to slightly worry me, so I looked at his location again. It showed him in a hotel somewhere. I figured he must have missed the last train home and that I'd see him soon. I went on about my day, deep cleaning the house, doing some laundry, etc., and didn't think about it anymore. Then around 1600, I received a call from his boss asking if he knew where he was since he didn't show up for his shift and they couldn't reach him. I hadn't even noticed the time. I called, FaceTime, texted, and messaged him. No response. Then around 1700, I got one lousy message that he had hurt his ankle and lost his wallet. I asked what happened, if he was okay, why he didn't come home, why he didn't let me know, he was going to a hotel, why he was ignoring his boss and I when he was coming home, who he was with. None of our friends went to the festival. He went alone. Now it's Sunday, and he still hasn't responded nor come home. He turned his location settings off yesterday around the same time he sent that text to me. I have this really bad feeling like something is off. This is very out of character for him. We've been together for 6 years and he's never done anything remotely like this. I'm worried, I'm angry. I feel like he's hiding something. I know he didn't plan on going to a hotel. He didn't bring a change of clothes or a packed bag. He just went for a day. Planning to come back that night. Am I overreacting? Alright, to the update. Update, dear Redditors, let me start off by thanking each and every one of you for your concern, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. When I posted yesterday morning, I was beside myself with worry and I had already taken quite a few steps to find him. Many people told me I was probably overreacting. When calling the hotel, they initially informed me they couldn't give me any information about guests due to the privacy law in my country. The police weren't any help either, telling me I should contact them again if he hadn't come home by Tuesday. I spoke to the management of the festival. They could confirm. They scanned his ticket at the entrance on Friday. However, they work with wristbands, so there's no way to tell them to check if my boyfriend also came Saturday and Sunday. With the hotel and the festival and the police being quite dismissive, I turned to Reddit. I didn't include all the details in my original post since I didn't want the post to get too long and I figured I could just add information by responding to all of you. That worked fine until I got 100 plus reactions and then 1,000 plus, then 5,000 plus, which is absolutely crazy to me. Honestly, I can't thank you enough. Your responses really helped me. After calling the hotel again and pleading with the manager of the hotel for quite a while, they were able to inform me that they hadn't been a reservation under his name. I sent his picture to the hotel and they looked at the security footage around the time his phone showed up there. This all seems a little much. His phone showed up there, though they couldn't inform us of the results. They did promise to keep the footage on file in case the police would need it later on. I contacted the police again with this information. While they were still hesitant to investigate further, they did give the hotel a call to request the footage of the Friday night. A little while later, they called me back saying that my boyfriend hadn't been on any of the cameras all weekend. Therefore, they could rule out he had even been there at all. Weird. Because his phone clearly showed his location being there and I had screenshots to prove it, the police realized that something indeed wasn't right and promised me they'd look into it straight away. Me and one of our mutual friends decided to start driving toward the festival site, which was a 4-hour drive. We knew we wouldn't be able to get in since we didn't have tickets, and even if we did, there'd be no way to find him in a crowd of 65,000 people, but at least we'd be close by if we received any news, and we could ask around if anyone recognized the picture. Before we reached the site, I received another call from the police. My boyfriend had been in the hospital since Saturday morning. He had been found in the ditches of a parking lot of the festival around 3 a.m., together with a few people who had also been in the festival, all of them severely beaten up and without any of their belongings. The hospital found traces of the same drug in their system, which leads the police to suggest they'd been preyed upon and drugged by groups of people searching for easy targets. People who were alone. Apparently, it usually takes 1 to 2 days to identify an unconscious person without any form of ID on them, which is why I didn't hear anything earlier. The police are investigating further and will let us know when they found who's responsible. We already confirmed that we want to press charges. My boyfriend is okay now. He's expected to make a smooth recovery. He broke his collarbone and his wrist, is covered in bruises and cuts, and has a light concussion. He came by very late Sunday night. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any memories of the incident or events that happened right before. Feeling so relieved and happy. Jesus. Where is this? Yeah, different areas for sure. Which country is this, right? A ditch full of drugged and beaten people with no identification who are all in the hospital unconscious, but when families call, they say, call in 4 days' time. I mean, maybe not bullshit. For real, but I'd rather keep the details and locations private. Just saw the original post got seen with 6 million people. 6 million, that's crazy. Initially 100 people to see it, maybe 20. Yeah, seemed NQR. What does that mean? I'd rather keep a location where several people were drugged, beaten, and thrown in a dish at a festival a secret. All for asking what country? Yeah, I don't know about this one. Keep the location private? Who's the fucking user or whatever? Don't worry, just don't visit Made Up a Stan. True. Yeah. Dear Redditors, this is fake as fuck and the OP is a liar. I can't believe people on here are so gullible. I know, I was starting to get a little whiff of it when I read, I just pleaded with the hotel, and then they found the footage of him, and then but they told me they wouldn't tell me about the results, but they would keep the footage on file for the police. And then the police said that they got the footage, and they went through all the footage, and they couldn't see my boyfriend on there at all. Yeah, no. No. I'm pretty sure that doesn't happen. Yeah. Did you ever consider this possibility? And I got caught up originally as well by telling her to have a family member of the boss file a missing persons report. You're well insane to turn her to check his bank accounts for activity like you're detectives. The OP was a stalker trying to hunt down their victim? Are you kidding me? What? The electric picnic was in Ireland but ended on Sunday, so if their boyfriend was at the concert, why would he be away till Tuesday? I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one, folks. I got by another creative writing piece. I hate it when they do that. I read their absolute garbage. Okay. Whoa. Am I overreacting about an incident that happened to my daughter at school? That's an update. Am I overreacting about a message from husband's best friend? What? What? My husband suddenly had a new BF about 5 years ago. What? A new best friend? I'm like, a new boyfriend is a woman. About 5 years ago. During COVID, this person became part of the bubble. She was at our house a lot, became friendly with the kids, and I was expected to accept them. I always had suspicion, kicked off a few times over little things between them, but always accepted husband's pleas that they were just friends. A few years ago, I found a message to her telling her how gorgeous she is and that he loves her. Also, various other inappropriate messages, and he assured me it was just advice. He was just being a friend, and I accepted that. We've since been on numerous holidays together, celebrated different event birthdays, but the other morning I saw a message from her telling him she loves him, kiss face emojis, calling him darling. When I confronted him, he told me it was just a term of endearment. I messaged and asked why she was sending that to my husband of over 20 years and got nothing. I've told him I'm done. Our marriage is over. I mean, you underreacted. To reply to some comment, no, this is not fake, this is my life at the moment. I won't be telling him to pick either me or her because I can't trust him to cut ties completely. Some of his behavior this week has shown me exactly where I am in his priorities, and that is at the bottom of the heap. Guess I know I've been stupid. Oof. 15, 16 years together for 20? Thought I could trust him. He's still in my house. Our tenancy's come to an end, and I've told him I'm looking for somewhere for me and the kids, and he should find somewhere to go. I get the feeling he doesn't think I will do it, because now he's ignoring me like he normally does after an argument. Oh my gosh. Oof. He's ignoring me like he normally does after an argument. Sounds like things were really... Oh my god. I recently broke Whiting up. I recently broke Whiting up with this guy. For context, I've been talking to this guy. This is the picture. You can't eat pickles, mayo, mustard, ketchup, barbecue sauce, jalapenos, banana peppers, bell peppers, olives, pepper jack cheese, meatloaf. That's such a specific pig feet, chitlins, roast beef, lima beans. What? Oatmeal. Lemons, limes, and grapefruit are like big. I can't eat the stuff with the caution signs, but I don't eat the rest. Yeah, I was gonna say, he's got random things on the list, to be honest, to include pig's feet and frog legs. I mean, maybe those are like wherever they're from. Those are things that people eat. It's like adding paper towel and staples. I know, I thought he was sending her a grocery list at first. He was like picking me up all this shit. Oh, I need to remember that one song is the last one on the list. Yeah, I don't know about this one, Chief. Well, we're coming to the close here. It's 8:36. I think I'm gonna go till 9. If you haven't already followed, consider tossing me a follow on. I almost said Tinder. Follow me on Tinder. I don't know if you could do that. I don't know what that would be like. Oh, weird. I didn't know that when I switch over to this, it switches over for you guys too. Very weird. Hello, Mino1242. Welcome. But yeah, it's 8:36. We're winding down. I think I'm going to go till 9. So that gives us about 23 more minutes to check this stuff out. I'm thinking about hopping over to Tinder now to spend our last little bit of time experiencing what's going on over here. So, what is her beef with condoms? My most irrational fear, condoms. They're slimy and nasty and too rubbery. I'm very against using them. I'd rather feel the raw meat of a man or object. If you've ever used a condom, don't match with me. If you own a condom, don't talk to me. This one's wild. That's, I don't even know where to start with that one. You've ever used... This has to just be like rage bait. I don't even know. How? What? Someone wants to get pregnant or an STD, or they already have yeah. I knew about a dozen STDs that feel worse. What if we rent condoms? True. What if I'm leasing a condom? Condominium. Need someplace to vent because this hurts so bad. On me way. On me way. ETA 11:57. I'm hearing knocking and feeling like a dumbass. I actually had to take an Uber to get here. Not that I would have let you know that before this. This is near the top of the list of the most embarrassing moments ever. Describing make me cry, so I'm gonna let you have it. I'm a tiny ass black girl standing in the middle of a rich white neighborhood in the dead of night, losing $40 in total for nothing. I keep telling you that it could get late. But I came because you wanted it. So fuck you. I'm hurt and embarrassed like a motherfucker, standing in front of a big ass house that has all the lights turned off. And yeah, I'm still here because I've got to wait on another Uber. Maybe if someone calls the narcs on me, I'll get home faster. This blows. Oh. Bro. Bro. What a shitty situation to be put in by somebody. That's crazy. Ah. Isn't that working? Okay, there we go. What a shitty situation. I'd be so fucking mad. Yeah. Yeah, this was a booty call. But yeah, I don't know if I'd go to a guy's house on the first date. That's this is a throwback to Reddit relationship review episode 1. First date at someone's house at 1 a.m. Probably rotten meat. You don't. I mean, that's a little true. She did kind of know what she was getting herself into before getting ghosted, but like, why would you ghost? Damn. True. I mean, this is fair. You're laying there, you're drunk, it's post the bar, you're home, you're laying in bed, you're thinking to yourself, it would be really nice if I wasn't alone in my bed right now. So, you hit up a booty call, you say, hey, what's up? You wanna come over right now? It's 1 a.m. and I am feeling it. And then you fall the fuck asleep on your bed. Oh, I would be so mad. Oh man, I'm excited. I'm so excited to see you. Damn. Oof. That's no problem. Take your time. Text her I was halfway and she answered immediately and was positive in the text. When I got there and texted again, total silence. Got to her apartment, front door was locked. So I couldn't get to her door and knock. No more answers on text. Damn. I hate people, says I heart sissy boys. Yeah, this is true. Oh my gosh, 30 men ago. Wow. If you won't bother to meet up anywhere other than someone's house for a first meetup, just say no. Damn, should have grassed that over 30 minutes ago, but sigh, I know I'm about to be shamed so hard for that sentence, but fuck it, we ball. You're hilarious, Bina Bina. Send your location to a family member. True. This is not a bad idea. Okay. Keep a digital trail. If you're on your way to a meetup and someone stops communicating, don't go. Acknowledge your self-esteem and self-worth issues. Damn. If you already feel there's a steep power differential, don't give in. Y'all are right. Why be surprised that my tiny ass got thrown away when I know you could easily throw it away? If someone wants to negotiate or break down your boundaries or make you feel like you're asking too much when they do not and probably will not respect you. Wait, is that just a general? What's the lesson there? If someone wants to negotiate or break down your boundaries or feel like that, oh, then they do not and probably will never respect you. Oof. Take some time alone to recover when you realize your boundaries, goals, or values have been compromised. Yes, don't just throw yourself into the next one. When you go through a moment like this, don't sit in shame. Talk about it. Feel it. Reflect it. You're never alone. True. Self-criticism is vital for growth. Also true. Wow, it really seems like she learned a lot. And not just from this, but yeah. Nope. Good for her. I mean, she learned. I mean, for not having learned the above, in over 30 men, I think that she got off fairly lightly. Yeah. Completely forgot how controversial it is. Bring up race. What? Older, successful white guy. Oh, weird. Okay. Yeah. Kinda, yeah. Yeah. Acknowledge your role. Learn to get to know yourself and your worth. Know your worth. You're worth more, folks. You're worth more than showing up at some guy's house at 1 a.m. and standing on his steps and knocking on the door and not having any response. You're worth so much more than that. And I feel like people need to hear that. You're worth more than this experience. Bummer. Ladies, are you okay? Hi there. You're absolutely stunning. Cool. Choke me? You can use me for choking practice? So are you into being choked or choking? I'd prefer to do the choking. What is this bio? Not much, just trying to survive this heat. What's up with you? Could you throw me around? I like to be choked. So you like stuff? I like to be choked. Oh. Is this flirting? Right. Yeah. This is a dumb flex, but at the same time, like, damn, if women are messaging you and saying, like, throw me around and choke me, like, who's the handsome dentist? Bro, what the hell did you write in your bio? I wrote it on another comment, but it's, I like photography and jujitsu, so let me know if you want me to shoot you or teach you how to choke someone. I see. And so immediately they're like, I want you to throw me around and choke me. And then on top of that, I'm sure he's a fairly attractive dude. Yep. Bro is hot. I ain't even gonna lie. Alright, do we look? Do we find out about what this guy looks like? Let's see, any hair? Show us your hair. Yep. And he does jujitsu? Yeah, looks pretty good, dude. Tattoos, jujitsu, photographer. Oh, there it is. Plays the guitar. This is definitely a Tinder pic. And he's like, look at my heavily tattooed arms. And then girls are like, choke me. Yeah, well done. Well done. Well done, sir. Made my morning. Hey, your second picture looks like it's Sealand, and I just had to ask. Haha, anal cutie. Aloha, autocorrect. What the fuck, sorry. Anal cutie. Aloha cutie. Damn. That's funny. Hey, what do the colors of your flag represent? I think it looks really cool, and I know I've definitely seen it before. Oh my god, it's literally my bathroom curtains I got at IKEA. Oh no. Oh no. LG bath. Yes, true. We're all my IKEA sexuals. That's hella funny. Should I delete this prompt? I thought it was funny, but my friend said it's unhinged. The one thing you should know about me is if you invite me over to your house as a first date, I'm gonna rob you. Yeah, that's... I mean, that's definitely not getting you more matches. I don't think more people are matching you with you for this prompt. But hey, go for it. She had this in her profile, so I thought, well, gosh, touching grass is not enough. I need dick from a boy who is goofy. Oh, I see. That's me if you even care. Done deal, get in my pants. Let me take you to the clubhouse to use my mystery tool. Okay, she's great. She's perfect. How was the bachelor party? It was fun. We didn't do anything crazy. What did you guys do? Went to a brewery, tour a bus, drank, bullshitted. I'm already home in bed. Oh, well, that does sound fun. Did the groom have fun? Yeah, he enjoyed himself. I had to put him to bed. What are you doing? Laying on my bed, about to fall asleep. Oh, okay. Well, I won't keep you. I'm sitting in bed, hand around my cock, myself. Yeah, nobody wants to hear that, dude. Like, why? I'm laying in bed, about to fall asleep. Because he's horny. And that's why. He's fucking horny. He's laying in bed, sitting there like, I'm messaging this girl. I'm looking at her pictures. She probably has, I don't know. Looking at her pictures. Yeah. And she better get used to walking. I have to Uber there. My car's in the shop. Copy that. I'll see you there. I don't have the money to get it. It's like $60. That's a shame. We can always reschedule. Could you help me pay for it and drinks are on me? I send you the money and then what? I never see it again? Why would I do that? I wanted to see you tonight. You know, just reschedule for another night when you have the car. I don't get my car back till the 23rd of September. Well, shit. I'll get you an Uber. How's that? Oh, wait. I understand. Wait, could you help me pay for it? Can't you just order an Uber for somebody else? Yeah, I'll order you the Uber. The Uber will take you here. Then you will buy the first round of drinks. I don't understand. It's like $60. Could you help me pay for it and drinks are on me? I don't understand what that means either. Could you help me pay for it and drinks are on me? So if you can't pay for the Uber, how are you able to pay for the drinks? Yeah, no, this is dumb. I have no game. Oh no. This is gonna get me nowhere with you, but you should change losing into loosing. I mean, I appreciate the feedback and have double checked with Grammarly, and you happen to be correct. But correcting grammar is not how you pull bitches. I pull no bitches. You got that right. I'm allergic to spitting game. Apparently so. Do you have any other lines? Hey man, you're still in. You're still in. This is gonna get me nowhere. Yeah, I mean, hey. You fucking... Also, I love the little dude just standing there. That's beautiful. I need to use that emoji more. Just a guy. Innocent. Beautiful. To the gals below 25, I am a beer pong champion. To the gals above 25, I have my own car, job, and house. Boom. You look like you're about to tell someone they're a wizard for the first time. Destroyed. But it's like dating in this generation. You liked a photo. Well, hello again. Hey, you know I invited you to a concert and then you unfollowed me on Insta. Why is that? Because it felt awkward for a first date and I got nervous. You could have responded at least. That's hella funny, dude. I feel like I shouldn't laugh, but I'm in tears right now. My birthday is 9/11, so pussy is bomb? What? What? I'm doing fine. You? Good. Do you have any kids? Lol, no. Do you? No, I have 9 sisters. Oh my god, that's a lot of sisters. What number are you? Yes. Second older. My sister wanted to lose her virginity tomorrow. What? Sometimes I wonder if these are like people fucking around. Like, how fast can I get this guy out of here? Like, or girl or guy. How, and like they've got like a gaggle of friends sitting around them while they send these messages. But it's like, good. Do you have any kids? I wonder if that's gonna fucking... Lol, no, do you? No, I have 9 sisters. Okay. My sister wanted to lose her virginity tomorrow. What? I don't know. Did I do something wrong? Are we meeting is a strangely, Absolutely. Just gonna chill. Are we meeting? Tomorrow? Whenever you're free. You don't sound too excited, lol. I mean, I just remember you said you were busy when I originally pitched Saturday. We can stick with Monday. My plan's Saturday canceled, but that's fine. Monday is okay. Oh, I mean, well, now that I know that, if you wanted to meet tomorrow, I'd love that. What did you want to do? Would coffee still be acceptable? Something nice and casual? I'm only free Saturday evening. What time is the earliest you're free? 7 or 8? Do you only go on casual dates? I'd like to think I'm worth more than a cup of coffee. Red flag number 1. I don't know what you're worth. I'm determining your worth by taking you on a cup of coffee date. I'm determining if you're insane, or if you're like really entitled and you think that you deserve more than like a first date that's coffee, or this is a test. This is honestly I'm testing you and you're failing. I mean, just thought would be good for the first date. No pressure. We could just talk and get to know each other, see how we get along. So I wasn't trying to make you feel cheap or anything. Just trying to make you comfortable. If you'd like, of course. I mean, if you still want to. Just wanted to be sure. Hey, I'm not feeling too good about meeting. I'm getting weird vibes. I want to be valued by someone at the end of the day, and I don't want to settle. What's this line here? It's a weird line. And I don't want to settle. It says you're looking for a long-term partner, but I'm not getting that impression. I think you're looking for a friend. Okay. This is annoying. I'd be like, so you're just assuming I'm getting weird vibes. And then I got really into my head and I thought way too hard about it, and now I'm freaking out, and actually I don't want to. Okay. Whatever. Bullet dodged, brother. She unmatched me because I have / wait, actually, let's see what other people think about that one. Yeah. You did fine. Don't let crazies get you down. Just unmatch and move on. Easy. How can someone demand to feel valued by somebody they've never met before? Thank you. What is wrong with people? Lots. Very true. This person just sounds pissed for no reason. You literally didn't do anything. Yeah. I'm getting good vibes from you just reading these texts alone, so I'd say you're doing it right. Yes. Also, yeah. Like, good on you for taking this and still responding positively to it. I'm sorry, when I get this back, I'd be like, oh, okay, well, hey, hope you find what you're looking for on here, but it's not with me, bye. Like, or I would jump into the, like, I am figuring out how much I value you. So far, I value you as much as a cup of coffee. Because I have and would date outside of Christianity. What's your stance on religion? I am a Christian, so I'm good with religion and accepting of anyone's belief. Most of them, at least, besides something as far as being satanic. So you would date someone who was Buddhist or Muslim? I've dated someone who was Muslim years ago, but yes, I would. What would you teach your kids? Christianity is mutually exclusive. I haven't thought about it, really, because when we're dating, we were in college, so kids and religion never came up. I haven't sat down and thought about it with anyone since that hasn't gotten to that point. Well, Blank, I'm going to save us both some time. We're probably not a match based on religious views. May I ask what view you don't agree with? Sure. I wouldn't date outside of Christianity, but you would. That means other things would come up down the line that would conflict as well. Our core values don't align. Okay. What are you looking for here? Sex relationship. You? What? Bed friendship. I'm good friends with my bed. I think sex relationship. Bed friendship. That is, friends with benefits. Damn. I wonder if anyone else made that joke. Beds to friends, you might say. She's my BF, my bed friend. Sorry, I just fucked my laundry room. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one. How to be a strong negotiator. Okay, I can maybe do tomorrow if you promise that you're cute and funny and not annoying. I promise nothing. Deal. Excellent. This is cute. I'm sorry, I just can't do this anymore. Your golf swing is way too pure, and you're always drinking and wearing expensive stuff like Peter Millar everywhere we go. You also attract way too many hot girls, like so many super hot girls think you're super hot and want you so bad. I'm sorry, but it isn't working out. Goodbye. That's very funny. Oh, that's like one of their pictures on their profile. That's hella funny. Golf swing is way too pure, and you're always drinking and wearing expensive stuff. Hello there. Morning, Blank. How was your weekend? You are tall. Love that. As I am 178 centimeters in height, so quite tall myself. Why message, then blank me when I reply? This is one of the reasons yourself and so many other men are single. Some words of advice: most women don't want men who play games. Oh, it was a 20-minute... Oh my gosh. The thing is, I can be quite idealistic and get attached to people. I'm really, really sorry, but is it okay if I cancel? I basically think I will like you, and that's just kind of, and that'll just kind of suck as a feeling. Plus, with me being hungover, I'll probably just feel sad and lonely, depending on how long I'm in blank for. Let's maybe get a friendly coffee at some point. But I think with the combination of already feeling that I'll like you and feeling unwell, tonight might not be the best idea. And I think I'll like you too much, but we can try to work out a time. I'm good. It's tonight or never, your call, and it's going to suck. Is it really tonight or never? Yeah, I traveled from the airport and was getting ready to meet you, while I could have just relaxed and do other things. You bolted out the last minute is really cool. But like, it's for a good reason, because I think I'll like you, and it'll be sad. Make up your mind. Don't do this to anyone else again. Bro, you're a clown. Ugh. Okay. Greasy warning before the first date. Are you free tomorrow? Working till 6. Since I didn't take shower, my hair will be greasy tomorrow. Lol. I wash hair every other day. I try to not wet my hair at shower. That's okay. We can take you to a car wash if needed. That's hella funny, bro. Hella funny. We'll take you to a car wash. Throw you in there. Tell me how to improve my profile. Doing fine, so great. So far, good. Yep, looking good. You nailed it. Great pics. Wait, let's see. What was the bio? So I'm really not looking for anything more than friendship. I mean, if you're asking us why you're not, I'm sorry. I don't know a whole lot of people who go on Tinder specifically looking for just friends. Yeah, like you're cute, you have a cat. Your cat's kind of crazy. You drive. You know what side you look good on. You have a cute dimple. Nice teeth. Well done eyebrows. Good enough fashion sense. You like to travel, it seems. Yeah. I mean, sounds like you're doing, you're looking for friends. Seems like that's what you're doing. So yeah. Do women really like this? I honestly like making decisions together so we can have the best time possible, and I don't really care what she wears as she knows what fits her body. The best way to ask me out is by making the plans and just telling me when, where, and what to wear. Yeah, I don't know. Some women do like that. Yeah. What level of formality and activity I should be prepared for so they're not stuck trying to hike in stilettos and a slinky dress or at a high-end restaurant in hiking boots and leggings. Remember that women's formal wear is less pragmatic, even, than men's, and that women's activewear is considered appropriate in less settings than men's. Interesting. It depends. Thank you. True. Oh, I asked her how her week's been, so she sent you a novel? I mean, you did ask. So what happened was this week is I went out with my mates, one who I was getting with we were all really close too. We all went out for a drive, and the one who I was getting with brought vodka and was nonstop drinking to the point where he sexually assaulted me, and I had to contact the police and report him, and now have him blocked on everything, and the police are still involved, and it's been a few days now since the incident. I'm waiting to write up my statement, and my mate has already wrote his witness thing. Then me and my mates went for a drive, and a person who he had a falling out with all came around the car, and we drove back in the mates in it. And they all followed and went all around his house and trying to break in. So again, we had to call the police because we felt threatened, and I've been high too many times this week, and yeah, that's the long story short. I'm glad that's the long story short. I mean, you asked, bro. I went out with my mates, one who I was getting with. I'm trying to figure out I was getting with. And then there's later, the one who I was getting with. Is she like talking to a potential date? I don't know. That's weird. I can't wait for you to ghost me again. It's the best part. Okay, for real though, sorry, I don't remember doing that. Nope, you definitely missed out on the best part. How are you going to make up to it? The gluck gluck? I remember why I ghosted you. Boom. What can you do for me as a man? What are your desires? No. What can you do for me as a man? So you have nothing you want me... nothing you want, but want to know what I can do. How to fix cars? Do you cut grass? Do you pay for lunch? Do you pay for nails? Can you do any of that? I'll cut your grass and pay for lunch. Yeah, sure. Because I'm only 23, live in my own house with sister, and pay for everything. Car note, I cut my own grass. I want to know what you can do for me, physically and mentally. What do you offer as a woman to make that a sweet deal? Can't even answer the question of what you can do for me is mad pathetic. I see why your bio says 40-year-old virgin. Jeez. I mean, is he a 40-year-old virgin? It's like a... I mean... Yeah, it sounds like she's looking for maybe like... If you are a 40-year-old dude, like, it sounds like she might be looking for like a sugar baby situation. At which case, like... Yeah, she is asking you like what you can do for her. Are you going to pay for her hair and nails and makeup and all that stuff every day or every week or whatever? Hair, nails, eyelashes. I don't know. Live my assets is dedication. My biggest date fail. He felt strongly about meeting up at a beach during a certain time frame. Turns out he was on a group outing with his rehab facility. Oof. He actually said it. Tired of beating off, haha. What a great bio. So true. Me too, dude. I'm kidding. What happened to collecting fridge magnets? Collecting a dick in every country I've traveled to. I don't know how I feel about spelling to that way. Like, this has to be trolling me. Me specifically. A lovely message I received in my response. You're not my type, but can I introduce you to my fat friend? Damn. Wow. Okay. I found a nice guy on Tinder. I don't know why he's single. Not interested in people with septum piercings, chest tattoos, or have bad personal hygiene, or obese. There goes 99.9% of the females on here. Biological females only, please. Don't mind a nose ring tattoos, curves that aren't flab. So you can have a nose ring, just not a septum piercing. You can have tattoos, just not a chest tattoo. And you can't be overweight. Okay, what gives? What am I doing wrong? Alright, advice time. Good pick. That must be her car. I've actually seen this picture before. I don't know if this is actually her dog. I feel like I've seen this picture. She kind of looks like, never mind. I'm not gonna... Yeah, no, she looks fine. Yeah. Comedy. Dog. Wait, does she have 2 dogs? Wait, sorry. 1 white woman, 2 big dogs? Okay. If you wouldn't stop to help a turtle cross the road, swipe left. Swipe right if you're cool with having separate bedrooms. Yeah, that one... I feel like a lot of guys are going to be like, wait, what the fuck? I would rather dial on for Tinder Premium. No kids, please. Risen with the tism. Less than a mile, 5'8", pharmacy tech, she, her English. She likes stand-up comedy and feminism. I'd be more interested to see interests too. Yeah. I do think it's kind of interesting sometimes that I wish that the interests section was broken out a little bit more, because I feel like they throw some of the stuff in interests to me doesn't necessarily make sense. It's got stuff like I like hiking, and then like I also like feminism. And I'm like, hiking is a thing you do, feminism is a thing you like maybe embody or like you think about or you believe in. So I feel like maybe there should be a separate section for like hobbies. Maybe like hobbies are different than interests. Because yeah, if it's like social justice, feminism, climate change, and something else, and like that's all your interests, I'm gonna look at that and be like, oh, okay, so it's gonna be a lot of politics. Like we're gonna, politics are gonna be fairly at the forefront. And average guy, I think I speak for the average guy when I say that the average guy probably isn't like super into all the politics stuff. And then, but at the same time, if that's stuff that's interesting to you or important to you, and I know there's a lot of guys out there who would also be like, oh, you care about climate change? Fuck you. I fucking swipe left on these liberals, So yeah, I don't know. I wish there was just more interests, more hobbies, that kind of thing. Tinder is so flawed. But yeah, what is she doing wrong? Let's see. You're probably doing nothing wrong. You probably have a high self-worth or whatever. I just feel like this pic alone, I'm like, should be getting all the swipes. Let's see. Photos are low quality, blurry. I do agree with that. A photo with you and the dog in your place looks like an unorganized mess. I mean, really? Oh wait, the other photo with the dog. Yeah. I mean, I'm one to talk. This does not, to me, this does not look messy. You don't even have crap all over the ground? That's great. I mean, sure, you've got like a blanket on the couch. Oh well. Got stuff. Looks like piled up on your elliptical or whatever you've got in the back here. So maybe that's not optimal. Okay. Photos are low quality and blurry. The photo of your dog makes unorganized mess. Also, save the separate bedrooms comment for dates. You're immediately distancing yourself emotionally with that comment. Ding, ding, ding. I agree with that. That was a little weird. Looks like the 90s. Yeah. You probably don't. Yeah. Bad angles on your photos. Ugly pic of your home. The light is terrible. The background is messy. Instantly uncomfortable, disinterested look on your face. You don't have to smile in every photo, but yeah, can we get a picture of you smiling? Like, I mean, with teeth. Smile with teeth. Show us your chompers. Yeah. Show us your chompers. Separate bedrooms implies you're not interested in sex. That's another. You're not appealing. Yeah. It's fine to have a dog. An independent photo of your dog is you trying to convey your feelings for your dog to people who have no feelings for your dog, and it never ever works like that. When I see photos this low quality, my first instinct is that they're old and you don't use new ones because now you look worse. Is this correct? Probably not, but we match based on impulses. Yeah, it's vibes. Swiping is vibes. And like, yeah, it's not logical. And so yeah, swiping is vibes. I would rather die than pay for Tinder thing is a bit icky. Women don't pay for Tinder. Yeah, generally. So it's a weird thing to even mention aside from the fact that it's kind of a put down to people who do pay for it. Yeah. Which is, I'd be interested to look up the statistic on that. I really wish when I'm in an incognito mode, it wouldn't like try to autofill my search results because I absolutely don't want those showing. But oh well. Pictures are bad. Bio is worse. You only give a fuck off vibe. I don't know about that. As a guy without kids and a bit of autism, I'd swipe right, but it wouldn't be with the expectation of anything long term. Mostly because you don't seem to give a fuck enough about long term, and that's neither a good nor a bad thing. It's just really down to your intentions and goals. The separate bedrooms thing is definitely an odd one to be advertising in an already pretty sparse bio. I'm not even completely against the idea based on the way it's been pitched to me before. The no kids thing is doing what it's meant to. It's removing single parents from your dating pool, but you gotta understand just how significant of a portion that is to the current dating landscape, at least depending on your dating age range. Also, as another comment mentioned, that beach bikini pic does raise some questions. Just between that pic and the first pic, it looks like a completely different woman. You know, I wasn't... Yeah, that first... Oh god, what happened? That very first pic on here looks great. Great. Platinum blonde. I see a curve. You've got some curves going on. Looking great. Yeah. And then... we've got this. This actually... Wait a minute. Is this the same person? Is this like way younger or something? Or is this dress just hanging on you strangely? I feel like your shoulders here... I don't know, I just feel like this is such a better picture-taking posture. This is a worse picture-taking posture. This is an interesting angle. This outfit is also interesting. Like, I feel like you're wearing some kind of... I feel like your blouse is very interesting, but it's getting covered by the top. And you're at a bowling alley? Ah, that makes... Okay. This, completely different hair. We're missing that... Where happened to those curves? You still have the narrow shoulders from pic 2, but you... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know who you are. Back to the blonde. Yeah, I think I understand what that person's saying. All told, too many easy assumptions that can be made about you based on this profile. Oh, no, there's too many easy assumptions. That would turn off a lot of people looking for long term. Even in the pools that you're going for, your best bet is to make your bio way more clear and intentional. Also leave some stuff for in-person conversations. Yep. Yep. Men like to hunt is red pill, pearly, manosphere bullshit, showing that you're interested wildly attractive, even if it doesn't work out 100% of the time. Absolutely. Girl messaging first instantly puts you ahead of the pack. You were winning me over while I was going through pictures and was like, why would she not get matches? Why would she not get matches? And then came the text, separate bedrooms. That right there is the reason. That gives you the vibes you're not emotionally available or an intimate person. Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, you can sleep in one bedroom with your fucking dogs and I'll go hang out. Like, girl, for real? You can't figure out why? Your bio sucks. Yeah. And I personally, the if that swipe left, if that swipe right attitude irritates me. Who are you going to give people orders? I mean, yeah, that's part of the thing for me where I'm like, yeah, don't have too many negatives. Update. Alright, to clarify things, I am 25. These pictures are not all old. The brown is very recent. So yes, they're all me. Key takeaways. Need a new camera. Yes, all there's taking it on an iPhone 11. Get rid of the Tinder Premium comment, and people will be turned away by the separate bedrooms comment. Though I will be keeping it because I think it's a good way to weed out the definite incompatibles. I'm not trying to get every single match possible, but I'm trying to find good quality matches. And also, that is not my house, but my mother's. And yes, she's a bit of a hoarder. And also, there's many people in the house, so lots of stuff. More recent pictures. They look like old pics. Interesting. This looks, again, like a totally different person. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Good luck. I have a friend in town that likes watching me get fucked. Curious if you're open to the idea. Damn. I was dressed up as a sexy ghost, and this dude trying to murder black people? Didn't we tell you they're people now? Wow. Just wanted to say hi. Are you having a nice day? Nope, I got shot. Damn, you good, gang? LWK. I don't know what LWK means. Like, look? I'm a dude, just checking up on you. Yeah, bro. Don't worry, I'm gonna spin back. You got a driver? Hell nah. You going on a drill solo? You in blank? That's hella funny, dude. I actually did make friends one time with a catfisher. It was really funny. I was like, bro, I know you're a fucking dude. Like, he was trying really hard to get me to, like, buy an Uber for a girl or something. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. And then I was like, and they were like, oh yeah, well then unmatch me. Fuck you. And I was like, I'm not unmatching you. Hi, where are you from? And I just kept being like, I feel like you're in, like, Vietnam or something. Just tell me. And I was like, do you play League? And he's like, hell no. The game sucks. It was really funny. Do you ever take selfies with no cleavage? There wouldn't be any point, but I'm curious still. Sorry, what? I was homeless at 18. I now make more money than most people who went to college, saving domestic animals from abuse, and have a one-bedroom apartment, DT, downtown. I'm currently saving for a house. I work a lot, but if I like you, I will make time for you. Not the kind of guy who will sleep with just anyone. You have to earn this. I'm very confident being alone. Content being alone, but it would be nice to find a good woman who has similar values and I enjoy spending time with to settle down and have a family with. My dog is my everything. Yeah, I probably wouldn't swipe right on that if I was a woman. Like, oh, your dogs are everything and you just... Yeah, I wouldn't swipe right. I'm also a straight guy, so... I'm a real catch. I'm the real catch, yeah. Uh-oh. Looks like we had too much fun, chat. It's already 9:21. Oof. What's with guys lying about their height? He was, in fact, not 5'11". He was 5'8". That's a rough one, man. I think because he's kind of trying to be like, well, I'm definitely not 6 feet tall, but, like, come on. You know? I'll just, maybe, like, with lifts? With lifts? Maybe 5'11". Yeah, poor dude. Holy shit. But yeah, I am, I think I'm on, like, the 6 foot side of 5'10", but I put 5'10" in my bio. Just because I would rather undersell my height than oversell it. Oh no. Oh. Oof. You swiped 15,215 times. Of that, a little over, 60% right swipes. Of the right swipes, 999 matches is great. 123 chats is great, but damn, you went from 100, you got nothing. Out of 123 chats, you couldn't get a single date. How bad at texting are you? And how did you not get better in 123 chats? He's got a 10% match rate. That's crazy. Yeah, why do you not message 85% of your matches? Yeah, that might be it. He does the mass right swipe, just swipes on everybody. Wow, what a great way to spell at least. Holy Jesus, yeah. Really bad at texting? I don't understand what... He's wasting his genes. Nah. If his genes got him here, that's where he was... It was where he was meant to wind up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, stinky. Yeah, I saw that tattoo, and my immediate thought was... Damn. Every woman who is lucky enough to have me find out, so you'll either be lucky or unlucky. Haha, my personality is unreal. I'm all man. There are nowhere near the level of me. But if you want to say that to make yourself feel better, you don't, it's cool. What? What? I think I've struck a nerve part 2. Major small dick energy for sure, but what the fuck was... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, shit, I just wanted to see part 1. Is part 1 in the comments or something? Huh. That's fine if you want to say that. Saying it's apparently a red flag doesn't affect me in any way whatsoever. It only affects you, as it means you make yourself unlucky to get to know someone who'd make you happy. Haha, I've kept it because from when I decided to be single, ? Don't go on it loads, but if I meet someone who I like them, great. I don't go for anyone. I've kept major small dick energy. I don't, yeah. So, you bisexual, as in you date man and woman? Yes, I am, and I see you are straight. Yeah, it won't be a problem, right? So how does this bisexual thing work? Do man fuck you, or you fuck him? It should be easy, not complicated, not square peg round hole effect. Better to find the right person in the wrong place than wrong person in the right place. Location can be changed, a person cannot. I love to travel, I love to grab a cock. I would love to grab a cock. Oh. Oh. Oh! Text exchanged after our first date. By the end of this conversation, I didn't feel like going on another, but I saw him again, and he proceeded to pull up my Facebook profile and show me every picture on it that he thought I looked hot in. There was no third date. Had a lot of fun. Definitely would like to hang out again. That's great news. Next time, maybe we can go on a walk or whatever you'd like. A walk sounds perfect. Excellent. Let's try to hang out before you leave on Thursday. Sure. I'm sure we on friend. Jesus. I know I'm for sure free Wednesday next week. Perfect. Wednesday after 5 it is then. Yay. You looked so good tonight. It blew me away. Oh, thank you. I'm a sucker for blonde hair. I just got it cut yesterday. Good thing I didn't dye it brown or something crazy. It looks so good. You're so gorgeous. You're making me blush. Being in the chat didn't even seem real. You're so beautiful and so sweet. Dude. Stop. This? This is... Oh my god. This is getting... Yikes. It was really great to go out with someone who was so nice and normal and handsome. Yeah. And this is where he stops being normal. My Tinder has been deleted. Just want you to know that. I honestly could talk and look at you all night. What do you even say to that? I can't wait to see you again. If we do see each other. What do you mean if? You'll be getting free massages all the time. I know already. I want you. I can't stop thinking about you. I'll give you a going away present. Bro. Ugh. Cute. Aww. Wow, howdy. Well, hello there. Ah, Master Kenobi. Everyone knows this meme now. It doesn't mean anything. It used to mean something when it wasn't a huge meme.
But now it's a huge meme and everyone knows it. Now it's like, you know, people are going to say that it doesn't even mean anything. A series of controversial opinions. What's your most controversial opinion? Anyone who says they enjoy beer is lying. It's to a good convos pass instead of wasting time on small talk. Probably that second offenders should be castrated, but the less offensive ones... The less offensive is that tomatoes are delicious and eat them like apples. To be honest, it's probably still worth the risk. Jeez. I don't know. What's your most controversial opinion? I don't like pit bulls. Yeah, they kill a few too many babies. That's what I'm saying. What's your most controversial? I love hate. Bro, this is probably the most misogynistic thing I've ever written, but I'm ready. I scroll through TikTok and 99% of the girls make videos in tight clothes or wearing next to nothing. I mean, fine, who cares, right? The thing that really annoys me, those very same girls cry about men objectifying. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Okay. Ooh, a real pick-me in the wild. Nice. All right. Well, thank you all for joining me. I think I should be calling it a night. Again, if you haven't already, consider shooting me a follow on Twitch, subscribing to my YouTube channel, giving my live streams a like, report me for terrorism. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that, please. And consider, I don't know, checking out my link tree for my X and all that other stuff. But yeah. Thank you for joining me for the episode 2 of Reddit Relationship Review. I am going to work a little bit harder on getting a soundboard for the future. I want it to be set up so that I can like press a button and have it just happen. I am a just starting streamer, and I don't have like a second monitor. Or any like peripherals or anything, so I'm not really sure what it's gonna take for me to be able to like, yeah, get a soundboard going. But yeah, again, if you join me, thank you again. I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. Thank you again for joining me for Reddit Relationship Review episode 2. And yeah, we'll catch you next Tuesday. See you next Tuesday. Haha, get it. Yeah. See you all next time. Let me see it. We did a trippy video. Yeah, why not? And then we'll do this. Not only that. Yeah. Bum 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 bum. But yeah, hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their night. Peace out. Thanks again for joining me.